They can see us now. That was a terrible way to open. But hi, hello. They can hear us. They can see us as we stumble onto live. If you can't hear us, let us know in the chat. We'll fix it. But we, Adventures in Lollygagging and some Defenders of Cobalt friends are here to play Zweihander tonight, continuing our Graywinter Heath campaign or story or adventure, whatever you want to call it. We were off last week, so we're back, and we got to make sure we refresh our memory. But before I do that, let's hit some plugs. Just say hi.
What's up, guys?
Who are you playing?
Playing Reed.
Okay. What was Reed again? What's your professions?
Convict, gravedigger.
Okay.
Convict. And he's a halfling.
Okay. Convict, gravedigger, halfling. Got it. Melissa, who are you playing? And I guess plug something for our stuff.
So I am Matina. She is a gnome entertainer and messenger. And you can catch us here every Thursday playing Zweihander. You can catch our podcast every Monday, also playing Zweihander. And every other Monday we play Vesson or Alien.
All right. Jen.
Hello. I'm playing Lady Bramble Darkwood, who I think like one person has gotten the reference, which has made me super happy. Yeah, it was you, Ray. You got the reference. It's still up for debate if anybody wants to take a guess what I'm referencing with that. And I am playing a Buccaneer tonight, and every Thursday playing a Buccaneer, and I'm really, really good in like a ship, which has been great for us. We haven't crashed into anything, and I'm looking forward to getting on with the shot, like the shot with one hand slash with the other action that I want to get going. And things to plug. Saturday on Free League Publishing, we're playing our Forbidden Lands campaign, which is so fun. We did a session 0 and we're going to continue that. So exciting.
Yeah. And Chuck has decided to freely give us the permission to just kill people whenever we wanted. So Did you see that?
Yes.
You didn't see that? Yeah, he's like, everyone.
I already took the rank in it, and I was like, can I just overkill? Like, can I just keep putting ranks in it? And he's like, just put in something else.
It's fine. Kill people.
Put in something else.
Yeah.
Might be overkill to put more ranks in overkill.
Yeah. Should there be ranks in overkill? I feel like rank 1 is kill, and then rank 2 is overkill.
I don't know. I mean, I would watch an over-the-top sequel, and in essence, an over-the-top first movie should have been over-the-top with nowhere else to go, but I would definitely watch part 2 to that.
If I had a hat here, this is like halfway through the combat, I'll turn it around, and that's when you know it's getting serious.
The question becomes, if you put too many ranks in it, do you bring somebody back? When you kill them, you actually bring them back.
Around.
Yeah, it loops back.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll find out on Saturday.
I love the scene from Over the Top where he's being interviewed by like ESPN or something, and he's explaining how when I turn my hat, it's like a change, just change of my face, and he's super serious about it. It's great. And then they ask him, so like, why do you want to compete in this? And he's like, oh, I just want to win the truck. I'm like, oh, okay. Anyway, I could talk about Over the Top, the movie, all day long, but Ashley needs to introduce herself and her character. So,
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm playing Ridley. I have my wrong character sheet open.
Uh-oh.
I'm not Nellie.
She's dead.
She's dead. But I'm a human. I'm supposed to be like the sneaky one, but that really hasn't happened. We're waiting for it. I'm just the poor unfortunate soul who touches all the weird shit. And Saturday we're gonna be playing Cobwebs.
Oh yeah. So
yes, we are.
Yeah. Did you read the rules for that yet?
I did, yes.
Okay, good. Because
me too.
I read them like 2 months ago, so I gotta hit them again. Cool. Brendan.
So, despite being both a buccaneer and someone that touches weird shit in real life, tonight I will be playing a Doomsayer Holy Roller named Big Chowda. And he used to be named Big Choppa, but we've had so many chowder-related things during this game that it just felt right to change it.
All right.
And also, when I flip my head around, I become super clued into tabletop. Ready to go.
He's locked in. Okay.
I am here for the truck, though, just so you know.
Okay, right on. Are we giving away a truck? Adam, can we do a giveaway and just give away a truck to a random person in chat?
Like Tonka truck or like a real truck?
Like a real truck. Do we have funding for that? Like a Dodge Ram or something? I don't know. And Justin.
So I'm playing Charles Chuck Connerly, and what the type of character I am is still a mystery, and I want it to be a mystery until it happens.
I feel like
And
it's
we've been
never
waiting
going
2
to
full
happen.
games.
Okay.
We just gotta fight somebody, and we'll
Well,
see.
that's exactly where we're starting, so it'll be fine.
So yeah, I do that, and I am gonna plug something because I haven't done it in a while. I'm trying to get back into it
All
with
right.
the inspiration of Ashley on a regular
Woohoo.
basis. Trying to get back into streaming. I stream. It's gonna be just solely World of Warcraft. It's what I do. I've been playing for 15 years, and I love doing that. And I'm gonna start it up probably this Saturday, and I'm gonna do a couple days a week. And you can check me anytime on twitch.tv/Jehufa. It's like my most original Tauren name that I've ever had on there. So that's what I do. And I turn my hat around when I want the sun to get in my eyes. That's what I do. So yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So let me just do a quick recap. The story so far. So we started out in the town, this like city called Northpunkt, which is a whaling town. Winter looms, and the whole party was working for an oil shipping company that recently had their final like winter shipment like kind of taken out from underneath them from like the big Amazon type company. And in order to try to be able to pay wages and buy food for the winter, that they decided they're going to steal those barrels back. So they broke into this warehouse. They stole the barrels without a whole lot of trouble. Ridley had a case of the vapors for like a couple minutes, but other than that, everything went fine. And then not only did you steal them, but then you get out of town. All the while, there's been all sorts of these weird things that have happening, these like moments of chaos manifestations, these just sort of odd occurrences. We've been seeing every now and then these figures in these blue velvety robes.
Right.
Them Dave, how's it going? Thanks for the raid, man. So there's been these people in like these blue velvety robes that I think it was actually Charles who passed the test on this, if I recall, that he knows that they're. Oh, Adam, thank you for the bits. And yes, happy birthday to Melissa. 300 bits for a coincidence. So this is, I guess, Melissa,
Thank you.
at any point you can cash in this tonight. There's 300
Sweet.
bits for a coincidence. Presumably, I guess in your favor. But
It's probably the plan.
so at any point, just call it out, whatever you think might be good. Or if anybody else has an idea, throw it out there and we'll go with it. So there's been these folks that have been wandering around, and between Charles and at one point I think Lady Bramble also had knowledge of like these like minstrels that would come by and like mesmerize people on the road, and then Charles learned about these things called dirge singers, and they sort of followed some sort of entity called the Black Lodge, whatever that is, and so that's something that's happening in the backdrop. But then as you were leaving the town and trying to go make your winter deliveries, this bridge went all weird on you. You spilled all your barrels, you cleaned them up, and then when you woke up in the morning on the side of the road, there was a hill and a house and a tree that wasn't there when you went to bed the night before. You went ahead and explored it because that's what good adventurers do. You climbed down this tree that was in the middle of this house that just dove deep into this hill. You found this cave that's covered in moss. You explored the cave a bit. You found that there were some bodies that were clinging to shards of witchstone. I think somebody picked witchstone up. I think Bramble grabbed witchstone, if I recall correctly. But there's more. But I think she has a shard of witchstone. And that's where we're going to start up. So does that sound vaguely familiar to everybody? I hope.
Yeah.
All right. So let me switch this over because I got a map for this. A little combat map, and you all can go ahead and roll your initiatives. So let me move you over to the combat map here. So you should see it on your roll 20. We should have switched over. Click on your token, and then click on the initiative macro, and it'll automatically populate it for you. I've already populated the monsters and such. So while you're doing that, I will switch over on the big screen so that the folks watching can watch as well. All right.
What's your PB, Brendan? We tied.
My PB is, let me check. I think it's pretty putrid. It
Mine's 5.
is -3. So
Okay. So,
Wait. I'm terrible and can't find initiative on mine.
it's in the macro. There's a macro. For
Oh,
it.
it's in the macro. Okay, sorry. I was looking on my character sheet. I've been playing too many different ones.
Yeah. So it'll
it's almost like we're in a different tabletop game every night or something weird.
Almost, you'd think.
every night. All right. What am I feeling tonight? I'm gonna do battle gug music. Getting the Sirenscape going too. There we go. All right. So is everybody in? I think you said Mattina was higher.
Yep.
All
I
right.
just got to figure out between Charles and Reed who's got the higher PB.
All right.
Mine's 6.
6. Okay.
Reed, what's your PB?
It looks like 8.
Huh.
That's the bonus.
All right.
You know,
Alright.
a lot of people think 6 is fine, but 8's
It's fine.
fine too, I guess.
I suppose.
All right. So you're all in this cave. It's dark in here. I assume there's probably at least one or two of you who have light sources out. So whoever that is, just let me know. Now, what happens, like more specifically, you have all this moss everywhere. And so as we were ending last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago episode, remember that there's like a film of moss everywhere. And as you all were kind of looking and investigating these skeletal corpses of folks that were clinging to Witchstone on the actual walls themselves, you went ahead and started to see these hands begin to emerge up from the moss itself, like from below. And they were reaching up, and it almost looks, as they start to emerge, as these bodies emerge from the ground, they actually look almost like kids with bed sheets over top of them trying to be ghosts and things, like as if there's like this thin layer of moss that's covering up some other ambulatory body underneath it. One of them is kind of reaching out and grabbing Lady Bramble. One is near Big Choppa. One is by Mattina. Now, Mattina and Charles, you're on the western side near the entrance to this circular cave, this kind of dead end. There was a small, winding, circuitous path that led here from the one room that had the large tree in it. And when you look behind you, Mattina and Charles, you can see that exit, that exit to get out of this room and back out of this whole cave has been stitched up by like these vines and moss that has now covered the path moving backwards. And so that's what we all see. And so there's basically 3 moss monsters is what I'm calling them. And the first one that gets to go is the one that actually is on Mattina as they rolled an 18. So as you're turning around to look, Mattina, and you're kind of staring at this, it's just like, is that the way we came? Is that because it kind of blends almost with the wall itself? Right. You feel this strange brush of vegetation, just like almost as if you were like walking through bush itself, like, or walking past a branch, and you can feel the scrape of leaves. And when you turn around, you can see this figure that's just this big carpet of moss, arms beginning to emerge from underneath it and swinging at you. So I'm going to go ahead and just take aim as I'm going to like carefully reach out and like kind of look for one specific pot as it's going to swing directly towards your head. And so I'm going to need a 75 to hit on this.
All right.
And with a 51, that'll hit. And then let me roll Fury die. Sorry, I didn't set up my damage dice. So it's D6 plus, should be D6 plus 7, so 10 points of damage towards you.
All right.
And I need you to make a coordination test. Monsters. It was right there. I didn't see it.
In fairness, they are basically wearing ghillie suits, so they do kind of blend in.
Okay.
That's a pass.
So as it's hitting you, just sort of smashing these things down on top of you, you can see that these little tiny vines start to emerge out of like the strange covering of moss itself and try to wrap around your throat like it's trying to chokehold you, and another one's trying to reach around like your waist to try to pull you down to the ground as if it might be doing a takedown as well. But you manage to evade that. Next up, it'll be Lady B.
Okay, so one has just popped up right in front of me, right?
Right next to you. Yep.
Okay. It's time. Also, I have to talk later about getting the finesse quality added to one of my weapons because I don't think I have that yet.
Okay. All it means is that all finesse is really gonna do for you is that it means that your damage is calculated with agility as opposed to like combat, your combat bonuses.
Because that's the only way I can use my salty dog, which is allows me to go slash pow, which is me using a melee weapon than a ranged weapon.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Sorry, I should have been.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Pow.
Slash pow. Got it.
Slash pow. Okay. So I'm going to slash with my my mortuary sword.
Okay.
And just to clarify, it is a 1d6 damage if it hits.
Mm-hmm. It's always
good.
you always roll a 1d6 in Zweihander,
Yeah.
and then you add a specific stat. And if the 6 lands on the 6, you keep rolling 6s.
Okay. And so with this, I'm also going to this is going to have the punishing quality.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be if I hit, it'll be a +1 to total damage. And let's see if I hit. We'll see if I don't know if I'm gonna hit. We'll see. No.
Okay.
No.
We have reset fortune points. We have 1 billion of them because there's 6 people in this game. So you're always welcome to spend those to re-roll your attacks if you wanted to.
What does everybody else think?
I'd be fine with that. I'd like to see one of these moss things get shot. That sounds like a good time.
I would too.
Sounds like a good time.
Okay, I'll burn one.
Okay.
I'll burn one more.
All right.
Or one.
Okay, so
Oh,
go
no.
ahead and just re-roll the attack.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So 12 total damage is what you did. But what else? What was the other thing you were planning on doing? After
I get a
hit?
+1 added to that.
Okay, so it'd be 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it looks like it already added my. It says weapons of this quality may add a 1d6 fury die to total damage in exchange for spending 1 additional action point.
That's you have to opt into doing that. So you start your turn with 3 AP, so action points. You spent 1 to attack.
Yeah.
And so you have 2 more left. You can choose to spend 1 now, and that means you can roll another d6.
I would like to do that.
Okay, so now go ahead and roll another d6. Okay.
4.
And so at 4 goes onto that 13, so it becomes 17.
Cool.
And you still have 1 AP left to do something with, or you can hold it in reserve for defensive purposes later.
I'm going to hold it in reserve and I'm going to stay right in this thing's face.
Okay, that sounds good. So with 17 damage, that will in fact move it down its track twice. So that means it's going to have to roll for a moderate injury. But it's okay. So no injury. And then it'll be that thing's turn, in fact, is right next.
Okay.
So with the slash of the sword itself, I think what it's going to first try to do is you're going to see these vines begin to grow out of its legs. Where when you look down, you actually don't even really see legs. It's more just like again, it's like a ghost, someone dressing up as a ghost. The sheet's kind of over top of it, and then like there's
Yeah.
it connects to the film. But you can see like just reaching out for them are these sickly green vines that begin to wrap around like your ankles and your knees, and it's going to try a takedown on you.
I'm going to just ask you this, and I know this is probably going to be a pain in the ass because I don't know this. Anytime it takes an action that will provoke an attack of opportunity, I will always get a chance to act on that. And I also don't provoke attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
Ever.
So really, only if it were to sort of leave your
Okay, cool.
your range, it would provoke at this point.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt a coordination test.
All right.
I need a 65 or less to for this to work. So 4 to 6 is good. So that means you can resist now, also with coordination.
Okay, let's try that. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Oh,
And so
Nice.
you managed the follow through of your attack on it. You just managed to continue to take the sword down and swipe away at the vines, which fall flat, and you remain standing. It'll then go and continue its turn, and it'll spend its last 2 AP to attack.
Yes.
It'll take aim and attack, so 75 again is what I need to hit. And I rolled a 67, but
Okay.
you kept an AP in reserve, so if you like, you can go ahead and roll a parry test.
I'd like to do that. That sounds like fun.
So-
What is
There should
Parry
if you
under.
look under your character sheet, all the way down next to where the trappings are, there should be a parry button.
okay?
I think we need some blocks in chat.
Ah,
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
So Oh, okay. So,
What are the odds that these three people would be peddling the same thing?
Right?
My gosh. Somebody needs to. Oh, I do not parry. I take some damage.
I parry. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Sorry, I wasn't in mod
I
view.
think I parry.
I tried to parry, and then I spun around and fell down.
You know, the Delasadawazadewa was also. I'm actually Delasadawazadewa 155 because there are 156 of us total.
Check
It's
that.
just it's a
It's
cult
a shame.
following.
It's a shame that you weren't able to get 156. You know, 'cause that's the one you really
X
wanted.
complexity 22. I really liked X complexity 21. It's a shame that 22 is giving them such a bad name. Oh man.
Oh wait, these guys have some pretty good offers. And we really
know.
thought about maybe looking into this.
I am in search of followers. How will I ever find them now?
So I missed. I guess you didn't parry. Is that what happened?
I missed my parry. I unparrified.
All right. So then 1d6 plus 7 will be the damage. So if that went through, I only rolled 1, so that's 8 points of damage to you.
Okay, so 8 is my first damage threshold, so I move down
You
1.
don't-
It has to
It has to
exceed,
exceed.
so
Must
you're good.
exceed, so
Oh.
you're good.
Yeah, you're totally
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Okay, so then the next one will be the one the next one to go will be the one next to Big Choppa, and I'll do the same basic thing. So I will go ahead and attempt to take down. As this time I will you'll see those same sort of vines emerge out from its own legs and arms and try to rip Big Choppa to the ground. This is a 65% that I need. That's a fail, so don't even worry about it. And then I'll attempt the same basic thing I did before. So take aim and attack, so 75% to hit. 29 will go through, but because Big Choppa, your turn hasn't come around yet, you don't have any AP to spend to defend. So the damage will go through, 1d6 plus 7. So only 8 again.
Wow.
That does not move me.
Okay.
Big Choppa is unmoved by their act of violence.
Okay. And Charles, it is now your turn as you see Matina by the same door that the two of you are standing next to just cover up and block your escape path, is now being attacked by this plant creature, and a few others have emerged within this room as well.
Jeffrey, is there any cover in this room? Any thing that maybe I can get behind?
There are a couple, what are those things called? Stalagmites?
Can we back up
Stalactites?
to the fact he called you Jeffrey?
He does that from
You
time
lose
to time.
points.
I think that stalagmites are the ones that come from
They come up.
the ceiling. And,
Okay.
they come up, and then stalactites come from
Yeah,
the
they come
ceiling.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always remember because the T
Stalactites
tails
for
down.
time.
Ah,
so, that's
that's
how
great.
it hangs, and
Okay.
M comes up.
And
all
actually,
learned
it's what
something.
life partners do. They call each other by their full names.
Okay.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Anyways,
Jeffrey Veronica Baker.
Jeffrey Veronica Baker. You could step behind one of
Yeah,
these
so-
two places if you would like.
I'm gonna step behind here and slowly just go through my stuff and
Can that be our next emote that we commission? Is Jeffrey Veronica Baker?
That is, don't make fun of my middle name. It was my
go behind the stalactite.
It was my
pull
great grandmother's
stuff out of my
name.
bag, put a shirt on and stuff. I'll put a mask on my face and I pop out. It is me, the Shade. I am a vigilante of justice here amongst the unsettled. No, not unsettled.
Nope, wrong campaign.
Damn it,
The Graywinter Heath.
the criminal Heath.
There you go.
I think, and I am here to save the day, friends.
I like how they just don't know. Okay, so you just spent all your AP to move, hide behind a rock, and
Where
Don't
did Charles go? Where did Charles go?
It's weird. He must have left and gone somewhere else.
Okay. So
I hope everyone's
Thank God
super
the Shade
excited
is here
to
now.
Oh
Thank
Save
God
the
Charles
day.
is not in charge.
Oh yeah, Charles totally got
Don't
fired.
worry, everything will be fine now. I'm sure you all are aware of who I am and what I do.
All right,
So,
I'll be a generous person and say you have 2 AP left to do something.
So,
So you're not completely
the
useless.
Shade will move towards this mossy being of doom and apply a chokehold to try and subdue his foe.
Okay, go right ahead.
What profession are you, Justin?
It's a
I am a vigilante.
so stupid.
A vigilante was the one.
What's up, Chuck?
I
Vigilante.
appreciate your commitment.
Oh god.
Duelist? Vigilante duelist.
Yes, you're a
That's what I am.
Yes.
So, chokehold is a what again? I can't remember.
Oh god. Like you ever remember? Like you ever knew to begin with? Athletics test.
Athletics test on my foe. Athletics. And I click it. And I click it.
You
It is
fail.
unsuccessful.
All that,
Oh.
and you're unsuccessful.
But don't worry, I rolled the best number in the game, so things are looking up.
Okay,
It was a pretty nice roll.
it is pretty good. 1 AP left if you want to actually attack this thing.
I will strike down on my foe
Oh, God,
with
this
my
voice.
mighty fists, or with my with my court sword. Shink!
You have a cord sword. Of course you do.
Yes, because I am a duelist, and that's what I fight with. So yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so
Uh,
go ahead.
And
Hey!
I strike the foe.
Okay. All right, then that damage is gonna go through. I'm pretty sure I used all my AP already. So then 12 total damage. That will move it a step.
I told you not to worry, young citizens. I am here to help you.
So condescending. Okay. So the shade's turn now over. Reed, it is now your turn. So stupid.
Follow that.
right? How can you follow that?
Reed, I think you're
Let's
closest
see.
to the one by Lady B, but there's also the one over that Charles. Oh, I'm sorry, some random mass stranger that just so happened to be in the same cave with you. And
Yes,
just-
it's definitely not Charles. This is some other guy that just showed
They
up.
look
Charles,
totally different. Jeff,
Yeah,
come on.
totally different.
Yeah, I
Totally
noticed him on the
different.
right, and he's
Still-
actually
just
helping.
to-
So
It's
These
at
dark
least
clothes on.
it's at least tonally different.
Yes.
So I'll take that.
Okay. What can I
I'll
do?
just flank this one going on Lady B.
I'm gonna rotate his thing. So like, see, now you know it's definitely not him because it's upside down. All right.
And I'm just gonna attack it with my base lord.
Okay, so go ahead, and since you're kind of flanking, you can reduce the difficulty by a step. So routine.
It hits. It's
Okay.
gonna be 13 damage.
All right, excellent. So that will once again move it. Go ahead and roll 2d6s for injury. No injury.
Therefore,
Okay. All set. You gonna keep your last one, or you want to do something with it?
Yeah, I'll hang on to it.
Okay. So next up, it'll be Ridley's turn.
Okay, I got distracted by Justin saying we're in the stem. I am gonna obviously the one that Big Choppa is looking at. I want to hit it, so I'm gonna take aim and whack him with my staff.
Go for it.
So, would you say it's easy because we're flanking?
I'll give you routine. Yeah.
So then take aim, wabam, beautiful. Here's my danger stick.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
But only 8 damage.
All right. Are you okay with 8 damage, or did you want to perhaps spend a fortune point to explode your fury die?
Jeff, look me in my eyes. Do I wanna
I
do this?
can't. I don't know where is the right place to look. it's complicated.
Go for it, citizen.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying. Yeah. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
might as well.
Okay. So go ahead and roll another d6.
5.
Okay. So it's 13. That will in fact move it down a step.
Dope.
Okay. Good deal.
I'm gonna bank it, and
And
now my wife Matina.
Matina is next.
So how grouped together are these figures that just appeared? Like, are they kind of spread out, or
What do you
are
mean?
they kind of together?
They're
Because
on,
we've got
on the map. It's pretty. It's accurate to what on the map. Remember, each square is basically about a yard,
okay.
so you can
I'm
do the
going
measurements and
to.
such.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna swing over here so that I'm not
Okay.
breaking engagement, but that's just where I am.
Just repositioning yourself to.
Yep.
Okay. That's fine.
Yep. So the first thing that I am going to try to do is going to be a takedown.
Okay.
So I'll do a coordination.
Mhm.
And fail.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to try to attack it.
So make it routine, flanking with Charles.
So I'm going to use my knuckle duster for that.
Okay.
And fail at that.
Oh, wow. That's
And
some low
then-
damage, too.
I'm going to I use my crag fighting, which means that I can maneuver after any melee attack for 0 action points.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Step out of combat. Step out of engagement.
step out of engagement.
Sounds good.
And I'm going to go back I'm going to go back that way.
Okay. I mean, the diagonal will probably still be good. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely go up against the cave wall. That's the safest.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to do. I can't quite get it exactly there, but that's where I'm headed.
I
That's
don't
fine.
think that's a good idea.
That's fine.
But
And
That's
it's Big Chowda's turn.
I don't know what the hell this thing is, but I'm gonna try to knock it out.
Okay. Anything you do, a stunt or attack, will be at routine since you and Ridley are outnumbering it.
Okay, sounds good. All right, now that's athletics, I think, for knockout.
You're trying. Knockout wouldn't work because it's not defenseless. You need a yeah.
That's right. Okay, I didn't have it up in front of me. I forgot that was the condition of it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and just barehanded punch this thing in the face then.
Okay. Do you want
Let's
to
see how that goes.
take aim to make it easier? Did you
Oh,
want
Big Choppa always takes aim before
Okay.
he.
Other thing is, do you might like one of the things with stunts is like you can always try to like do a stunt first, like often like maybe doing something like a takedown will get him on the ground and then you punch him, which would amplify the damage, stuff like that. If you combo that kind of thing.
All right, let's go with takedown. Let me look that up. That is a
So-
coordination, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Coordination. Give that a shot. All right. He has been taken down.
Okay, awesome. So he needs to roll a coordination he actually gets to resist. So usually
That's right.
when you do stunts, you get to resist. But with a 99, that's a crit fail. He will most certainly not resist, and he will fall and will also take some peril while he's at it. And I'll say that AP that you just spent to do the takedown didn't cost anything, so you get that refunded because of the crit fail, and it'll take some peril. So you got 2 AP left, or excuse me. You've got all three AP left. So, and it's on the ground. What do you want to do?
So when I get refunded for something like a stunt, can I do another stunt after that?
No, you still can only use one
Okay.
stunt per
Okay.
turn.
Okay.
But you could, like, if you wanted, you could do like take aim twice, which would give you plus 20 to your attack. In this case, it's on the ground. You're flanking it with Ridley. So I'd probably make it easy. So if you did one take aim, it would be plus 30, and that's probably all you would really need.
So I do get lightning reaction, which gives me one additional action point that can be used only for dodge and parry. So I could take aim twice, hit him, and then still have my defensive move. So I think that's what I'll do.
Okay.
So plus 20
So just
plus
put
what's on easy.
Just put it on trivial and
Okay,
go from
that makes sense. Okay. All right, and now I will punch it.
Okay. That is a success. Plus you
101 you had to.
Dalmatians and my roll. Both those things intimately related.
go ahead and roll an extra d6 because it's on the ground, so you get the extra damage. So that'll be 16 total. So 16 total will move it down 2 steps. So that'll take it all the way down to seriously. Go ahead and roll 2 d6s for me.
Mm-hmm.
If either of them come up as a 6, that'll be an injury. No injury. And that is your turn.
Except to his pride.
Okay. Very nice. All right. That'll be that. Nothing will happen with the environment. That's next in the turn order, and we'll move then to the monster that's over by the shade. I should probably change it to. I'll change his nameplate too, just to be sure. Okay.
I was wondering why I was upside down, but now it makes sense. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. So I will attempt to. So you're gonna once again. Yeah, you're gonna once again see these little vines and such begin to emerge from it, and it will attempt to kind of pull you down into the moss level below, and try to kind of pull you down. So this is 65 or lower. Rolled a 9. That's a success. Go ahead and roll a coordination test, Shade, to see if you can resist the takedown. So coordination, just standard. All right,
Resisted.
and you pass.
I swiftly move with my cape to the side, distracting.
I will go ahead and do the same thing I did before and try to attack. With a 96, that'll be a fail, but I will go ahead and spurn one of my misfortune points to maybe re-roll that. And with a 13, I will hit. I don't think you have any AP left because you moved, changed, moved, and attacked or something. So that's going to go through. So it's going to be a D6.
Was this a melee weapon?
This is like he's hitting you with arms and such.
Because I have that master defense thing.
What's master defense? Link it.
When you're struck by a melee weapon, roll a 1d6 chaos die. If it lands on 6, you ignore it.
Oh, roll.
It has you automatically parry.
Roll D6. Yeah. Yep, that'll apply. Okay. It's
Parts.
a 1. So, yeah. So you're going to take 9 points of damage, and then I need you to make an athletics test as these vines begin to wrap around your neck. Okay, everyone's just making your rolls. That's fine.
How many points? You said 9? Is that what it was?
9 points of damage. And then Lady B, it'll come around to you.
I'm gonna attack the little feller right in front of me.
Go right ahead.
And is this at routine? Because I'm
Yes.
flanking.
Yeah,
Okay.
anything at this point would be routine.
Got it. Sweet. All right, here we go. Rolling. Okay. And since this is, I'm going to give up one of my move points since I've just struck a foe, or one of my action points, to then roll another d6. And that's a 1, but it's, it is what it is. And that's fine. That's fine.
All right.
That's fine.
Did you want to spend any fortune points to explode any of those things and get more damage?
That's okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I doubt it'll do anything to it, but
Probably.
like,
So you try to hack through this
okay.
thing, and your sword just seems to get caught and tangled up within like the various vines and
gosh
mossy-
darn it.
Doesn't really seem to have much of an effect. And then I assume you're going to reserve your final AP.
I would like to. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. It'll go next. I'll go ahead and roll a d6 to see who it attacks. 1 to 3, it'll be Reed. 4 to 6, it'll be Lady B. It'll be Lady B. It'll once again try to, same thing it's been trying to do. It keeps trying to pull people down to the ground, and so I'll try that once more. That'll pass. So go ahead and roll a coordination test.
Oh.
It's a critical fail.
So you automatically get pulled to the ground. You are prone, taken down.
Okay.
Not only that, but you're also going to take, God darn it, 5 points of physical peril in the process as the strain of being dragged down to the ground is just a little too much, but I'm sure your peril threshold is nowhere close to that.
I actually land on a nice pile of leaves and I find it very comfortable. And I'm like, oh, this actually isn't so bad.
So then what it'll do is it actually will take aim and attack you.
Okay.
It's going to be 85% to hit now since you're laying on the ground. And I rolled a crit.
Can I parry while prone?
Normally, yes, but I just
But you
critically succeeded.
Crit failed. Or crit succeeded, yeah.
So the attack's going to go through. So this is going to be 2d6 plus 7.
Good luck with those ones.
I'm sorry, 3d6 plus 7.
Good luck with your ones.
Okay. Take 25
not bad.
points of damage. 'Cause
Oh,
it's plus
that's
7.
kind of bad.
Yeah,
That's
just
kind of bad. I would think.
25 points of damage.
I moved down
as-
3
Wait,
tracks.
damage or peril?
That's damage.
Oh my god.
I moved down
Jeff.
3.
Yeah.
You rolled a 10.
So I crit succeeded. She is prone, and so I got to roll 3d6s, and I rolled. Hang on.
I'll be
Wait.
fine.
Why does it have plus
How did
5
you-
on there? No, hang on. It should be. I'm sorry, 20, not 25. I don't know why there's a plus 5 on there. That's weird.
Oh, I only do 2.
So yeah, 20.
Huzzah.
Because 25 would be ridiculous.
You rolled
You're
3d6 and got a 10.
I don't
Hang on.
mind.
So I rolled 3d6s, which should have been 10.
Did you put...
That's
Never
weird.
mind. Why are there 2 exclamation points?
17 points. It's called 17 points of damage. Because
You
it
got
looks
a
like
10 on one of your d6s.
yeah. Let me just re-roll the damn damage. That's what I'm gonna do.
The damage.
Okay, so 12 plus 7 equals 19. So I rolled a 3, a 5, and a 4 plus 7, so 19 points of damage.
I take 19
That's my
points.
final
I moved
answer.
down 2 tracks.
Still ouch.
Okay,
I
now
moved down 2 tracks. I'm okay.
What step are you on? Are you on
I'm
moderate,
on-
serious?
I'm on lightly wounded.
Okay.
Oh, you're fine.
You moved down 2
Wait,
steps?
does it?
Do you
Yeah, I
move
moved down 2
to-
steps.
You would be at moderately.
Moderate.
Oh, so the next one that's not checked. Okay, got it.
So like one of the things on the character sheet that's not super intuitive is that the first box of the tracks should always be bubbled in.
Okay.
Okay, and so like it's the second tier you start. Like, and so you basically should be rolling a d6 right now, and if it comes
For
up a
injury.
6, you take an injury. If not, you're fine,
So I roll a d6.
and you're fine. Okay.
Okay.
So then I'm gonna go over to the one that's between Ridley and Choppa, and same thing. 1 to 3 it'll be Ridley. 4 to 6 it'll be Choppa, and it's a 5, so it's gonna turn to Choppa. Excuse me, Chowda, whatever the hell.
Chowda.
Big Choppa.
You can
Chowda.
call me whatever you want as long as this thing swings and misses, Jeff.
Okay. It's going to attempt to take you down first again. With a 45 will be success. So roll a coordination test to try to avoid being dragged into the moss. You definitely don't want to be in the moss.
Oh, you're in mouse.
Do you want to re-roll that?
No, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
And then I'll do the same thing I just did to Lady B. So this is an 85 or under to hit. 92 will miss. I'll go ahead and spend the other fortune point to re-roll it because it's hard to turn that down. The 31 will be success, but you can go ahead because you have that extra thing. You can defend.
Okay.
It's going to be a little bit harder than normal since you're laying on the ground, so we'll call it challenging.
Okay. All right. I will roll a. That'd probably be parry in this instance, and not dodge.
Are you using? You're not using a weapon, right? You're using your hands.
No hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make it hard then, and it would be parry. Yeah.
Okay. Hard and parry. Doing it.
Okay. No good. So that will go through. It didn't crit though, so it's not gonna be as much probably as what happened to Jen. So it'll be 2d6, and then whatever I roll here.
72 damage.
What?
Right?
I do like to cheat. It's fun.
What's the math
Wait,
on that?
that doesn't make sense at all. Oh
You can't
no,
roll over
I
16.
see what's happening. It's exploding. All right, I'm just gonna roll 2d6s this way. 15 points of damage. There we go. So it's 8
Oh, is
plus
that
7.
what was happening?
I guess.
See, the thing is, Big Choppa just saw Lady B laying down in that nice pile of leaves and was like, "That looks pretty all right. I think I
looks
could go with
cozy.
that myself."
What's going on with my?
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm looking at my macro and it looks.
I'm
fine.
talking in a high pitched
What's
voice because
going on?
everything's totally cool.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
So 15 points. Does that take you into?
I'm looking right now. 15 points will take me down 1.
Okay, so you're just lightly.
Yep.
Okay, you're fine. And then it's gonna come over to the shade. You're all by yourself.
The shade will attempt to take down the foe in front of him.
Okay, go
I need a
ahead.
mask.
Roll a
I
coordination.
really
test.
hope it. I really hope at one
Yeah.
point I can pick up the shade and throw him, so I could literally be throwing shade at someone. Really, I need that. I need
When it's
it.
not my turn, Ashley, I'll find one. Don't worry.
Just
okay?
put like a really big, like a stocking over your head or
Just
something.
put a
Just a
sock over my
sheet.
head. So take down. Take down.
He puts a dishcloth
Coordination.
on his head.
Oh, coordination. Okay.
Justin always has sleepy eyes. Actually,
That's my resting bitch face.
is that what it is?
It's not even that.
That's a fail. Do you want to re-roll that?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
It's a 65 chance.
The shade is missed taking this foe down. He's quite elusive. So instead, he'll attack him once again with his curt sword.
Okay, go for it. He's got-
Speaks in the third
I
person.
like how you call it a curt. It's like curt sword. Like it's very curt. Okay, that's
And I
good.
strike my foe down.
Do you want to explode any more damage?
No, that's okay.
Okay. So
Not gonna do
you
anything.
take your court sword and it just seems to get caught up, tangled up in the vines. Doesn't really seem to have any effect. You do hear a strange clink, and as you look closely, you can see that beneath this thin veneer of moss, there's like these ambulated bits of rock and bone that seem to be like the center mass to these creatures that are just suddenly become animated. But your sword doesn't really seem to
moss
have
golems.
any effect whatsoever on it. Okay, so
It
then
seems to be operated by a series of small people.
Reed, it's your turn.
I gotta help Lady Bramble here. I'll do called shot on the vines that are grappling her.
Okay, that sounds good. So go ahead and I'll make it standard. Yeah, so go ahead and try to do that. And if you want to, if you're swinging down at them, well, actually, why don't we treat it this way? Don't do it so much as a called shot. Why don't we treat it as like an athletics test to see if you can rip her free, and that'll still leave you your attack action.
Okay. I'll
Does
do
that good?
athletics
Reed's
here.
gonna.
Okay. So
You're gonna rip her free. You've seen this anime before.
athletics test at standard to see if you can.
Oh,
So
God.
I'm gonna say that
Oh, no.
as you go to reach down and rip them, they just wrap over you and pull you down to the ground, and you are now prone, as well as the two of you are slowly being overtaken by this thin veneer of moss at the bottom of this
I'm like-
cave.
I turn to you and I'm like, isn't it great down here? And I like cough up blood. like, isn't it great?
13 points of physical peril there, Reed. Okay. You still got 2 AP down here. What would you like to do?
What can I do?
I'm gonna say like you can get up if you want, but I'm gonna require you to first sort of make either an athletics or coordination test to get out of these things, because you're basically now tangled up in these things. It was such a I feel bad punishing you for thinking of doing something kind for somebody else, but sorry,
so nice
man.
of you. blood.
You say as
Thank
you just
you.
spray it into their face as well. Like,
Just like fall leaves, just cascading all over the place, covered in blood now.
no, they were green, but the blood is on them now, and it's like the leaves are changing colors this time of year.
the time of year.
Coordination or athletics to stand up, standard. For you to
Yeah, I'll
stand
do
up. And I'll-
athletics here.
Okay.
I'll struggle out of these vines.
Okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
All right, you're stuck down here as it seems to trying to be pulling you down underneath this layer of whatever the hell this is. Like you're just like these moss and vines and roots and such are covering over top of you. We'll say you have 1 AP left. You could make an attack with it if you want, but it's going to be penalized.
You have nothing else I can do. I'll try and
Okay.
fling at it.
All right, let's just make it challenging. You're swinging away.
What actually
There you
hits?
go.
That will hit for 12 damage. Did you want to explode any of that?
No, it's okay.
Okay, so that will move it down a step. So go ahead and roll 3 d6s for me, please. Okay, no injury. And then it'll move over to Ridley. Ridley, while you and Big Choppa are working on it, you see Big Choppa just fell to the ground. You look over to your left, and you can see that Reed and Lady B, they're kind of getting their ass kicked by this thing a little bit. They're both laying on the ground. They're kind of getting swallowed up by the floor.
Hurtful, but continue.
I'm just calling it like it
They're
is.
highly ineffective and woefully inadequate.
I don't wanna
to
say-
attack the task at hand.
Hurtful. But
I don't want to say that you should reconsider traveling with them, but maybe,
Maybe.
maybe. What would you like to do?
put me in a boat and see what happens.
Ridley wants to try and finish the one that she's got.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm gonna take aim again and I'm
Okay.
gonna whack it.
Okay, I'm gonna because Choppa's on the ground, kind of writhing in these vines. I'm not gonna give you the benefit of like the outnumber. So
Okay,
just
fair.
it's standard, and then
So
with the
take
take
aim would make it routine.
Yep.
Yeah. So, oh my god, I have so many things open. Why did I do this? Okay. Staff
Okay.
did
It's a
not hit
miss.
it. Okay, that's fine. So I did 2 things. Can I attempt an athletics test to release Big Choppa?
Of course, yeah. Standard.
Also a fail.
Would you like to re-roll
This
any?
is my life.
'Cause everyone's
42. No,
okay. All right.
no.
All right. So you're still down there, and I think you got 1 AP left if you want to do anything with it.
No, because I took aim, hit, and then attempted my athletics test. So that's
Okay.
good.
Matina, it's your turn. You're up against the wall. Things are not going great on the other side of the. I'm gonna say, Matina, that you're the one holding the light because someone's got to have light in their hands. So we're gonna say it's you. What would you like to do?
I am looking to cash in my coincidence
Okay.
here.
What we thinking?
So what I want to do is pick up something that's got some heft to it. If
Okay.
there's like a large rock or stone or something.
There's a big
That's
old
around
heavy
here.
skull right next to you. Yeah.
Not sure if that'll quite do it. So you can let me know if there's something I can pick up that would be better than a throwing knife.
Let's say
But
you break off part of a stalagmite or something, and it's big
Okay.
and heavy, and yeah.
I have been practicing because I do have throwing knives. So I'm going to say that I practice throwing them with English. So what I want to kind of cash my my coincidence in is that I can do a bit of a kind of boomerang throw
Okay.
with this. That's going to kind of hit at least 2, if not all 3 of them.
Okay. Roll a coordination test. If you succeed, you'll hit all 3. If you fail,
Okay.
you'll hit 2.
All right.
If you crit fail, you won't hit any.
Standard or what difficulty?
Standard's fine.
Okay.
Just don't crit fail, and you'll at least hit 1. Okay. So it's gonna hit. So succeeded. So if I said if you succeeded, you would hit 2. If you crit succeeded, it hit all 3. Is that what I said?
I didn't succeed.
Okay. So we'll say it's gonna hit the green one. So roll. Let's say roll. I'll give you 2 d6s, 2 fury die. Roll 2 fury die. And then add your CB to it, and we'll say that's how much damage you did.
It didn't work out like I hoped it would. My CV is 2.
Okay, so that's gonna be 10 points of damage. That'll move this down a step. Roll a d6 for injury, and then what'll
Can
say?
I cash in one of my fortune points to give it some extra damage?
Yeah, to roll another d6. Go right ahead.
I gave her 3 birthday fortune points.
Oh, did you? Right on.
Mm-hmm.
That's very sweet.
Okay, so that's then
16.
14 damage.
Oh,
My
that's right.
CB
Your
is 2.
CB is 2, so it's 14 damage. Okay.
And then here's the 1 or 2 d6s for injury.
Okay. Do you want to cash in another fortune point to roll another d6?
Sure.
Okay. So go ahead and roll another d6.
Damn.
All right. So I was giving you an extra d6 for damage. So let's just say we'll say it moves down 2. So okay. And no injury though. And then we'll say that the big old rock thing, even though it didn't like ricochet onto other targets, we'll say it bounces right back into your hand to give you an opportunity to do it again on the next turn. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Perfect. So then
Does that change anything else?
yeah, we'll say, I mean, you can still move if you want. You've got litanies and inspiring words and all that kind of stuff that you can do as well.
Yeah, I don't really have any of those.
Okay.
I mean, I can try. It can't hurt to do an inspiring words. I don't think I'll get it, but I can try.
If you crit fail, I think it could hurt.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. Like, yeah, go ahead. Roll your.
What is that?
It's leadership. Do you have leadership?
No,
Okay.
but I'll give it a whirl.
You passed.
Yay!
What is it you say? And then how many? What's your fellowship bonus? Is it 4?
My fellowship bonus is 5.
Okay, so who is the person that's not going to be affected by this?
Everybody,
There's 6 people.
but not me.
Okay, so everybody else but you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Martyr complex. Okay, so I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You be nice to her on her birthday. Everything she does today is a godsend. Okay.
That's fair. That's
One of these moss monsters
That's
better
fair.
explode and reveal a cake inside of it as part of its structure.
that's
It's a reverse.
it could be.
It's a reverse. Usually the moss
Exactly.
monster is inside the cake.
That's
now
true.
the cake
Exactly.
is
It
inside the
comes-
moss monster.
Exactly.
It's yeah.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Chris Cross.
So I am going
Chris
to
Moss.
Christmas.
I'm going to say I can't think of anything on the spot. I'm going to say, come on, guys, you all must be better than this.
Wow. Melissa making a pun.
Yes.
Verbally, it's
How
not
would
just
you
in the
do
chat.
this to me?
Melissa, that leaves me speechless.
Oh goodness.
Look at Jeff. He's green with envy right now.
You really got to the root of that issue, Jen.
I really like that Melissa's branching out like this in the comedy.
Yes. Oh, we're all in this.
Guys,
Oh,
this-
Justin's
this-
leaving.
this-
Bye, Dustin. Oh, good night, man.
How
Say hi to
many
Chrissy.
bottles do you have?
Had a good time tonight. This is like a couple days.
Bye.
I'll see you.
Nice
Bye.
seeing you.
See you. Bye.
Okay.
bye.
So Bettina, I think your turn's done, and we're gonna come around to Big Chappa. Big Chappa, you are trapped you're trapped under these vines and this moss. Really tried to get you free, but couldn't quite. You can feel yourself getting pulled under. You can see the turn order, right? So
Yeah.
Okay, you see how there's that little environment thing right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just put it this way. You probably are feeling a little nervous about what might happen if you go all the way underneath this
Hey,
this veneer
even
moss.
Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc pit, okay?
Okay.
Come on. Big Choppa is not down on the ground. The leaves are down on the ground with him, okay?
So if you want
yeah.
to try to rip free from this, you're going to need to make either an athletics test, so if you want to
Okay.
or a coordination test, whichever one's better.
Athletics will work for me better.
Okay, so go ahead, just standard to try to break free from this. You failed.
Nope. Oh, well, you know what? I had it on minus 20.
So you would have passed because you would have
Yes,
needed a 51, and so yes, you rip free. Do you have a rank in coordination?
I do not, actually.
Okay, so you'll rip free. It's going to take 2 AP for you to kind of like pull yourself up off the ground, but you still have 1 AP left then to do something because you're effectively using the get up action.
Okay, I will, let's see, what's the best thing I could do here? I'm gonna try a takedown again. I think getting this thing on the ground and getting it set up for somebody else is probably a decent thing.
Okay, go for it.
And that was, I think it's what, coordination test?
It'll be
for
a
those?
coordination if you're not charging it, yeah.
Okay.
That'll be a success. Let me go ahead and roll its resist. That is, I think, a bang-on success. 65% is exactly what I needed. So, yeah, you try to pull him down to the ground and it just doesn't quite work. So who is still stuck on the ground at this point? I believe that's
still
Bramble
stuck.
and Reed as the environment turn comes around. And the two of you no longer see light as you are swallowed up underneath this layer of moss, and you begin to realize that you can't breathe, and you're now suffering from the effects of a chokehold. So both of you will take... Hang on. This is going to be 12 points of physical peril as you feel that you can't see anything anymore. It's completely dark. You're trapped underneath this layer of moss, and now there's vines that have wrapped around your throat and seem to be choking you to death. But other than that, everything's fine. Okay. So the one that just got hit by a big piece of rock will go ahead. Okay, fair enough.
So I'm able to reduce peril.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so the one that's over by the shade, I think we'll go ahead and do the same sort of combo it's been trying. Will succeed. Go ahead and roll a coordination test to avoid being taken down there, Charles. Or, I'm sorry, the shade.
I was about to say.
You can't
who
call him
could
the
possibly
shade
be
until he
talking?
puts the mask
Perfect
on.
if Justin just didn't respond at all. What if you called him Charles?
Talking about-
Like,
Who? Okay. You are being dragged to the ground unless you want to burn a fortune point.
I mean, why not, right?
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Okay. So you,
Whoosh.
you do manage to stay up. It'll go ahead and we'll do the same thing it did before. It will fail its attack on you, and you are scot-free. Lady B,
No, that's Mr. Miracle. Mr. Miracle scot-free. I'm the shade.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Jeez.
Lady B, you are currently suffering from a chokehold, which means that you can't do anything in your turn unless you first pass an athletics test to break the chokehold. So go ahead and roll athletics for standard.
I guess I'm trying to pass an athletics test then.
Do it.
Let's see
She's
what
gonna
let's see
win.
what happens.
Hey, listen.
That took a while to go through. It was really contemplating whether it was going to let me have it, and then it
Yeah.
decided no.
You could reroll.
I feel like I have to.
I think you might want to.
Like,
Okay.
I feel like I have to because otherwise I'm probably gonna die.
Yeah, this is-
I don't
this
know.
isn't
This is
good.
not. This is not great. I don't
You
have
were in
a.
danger.
Yeah.
It's
There you go.
there we go.
So you
Nice.
managed to rip the
Get
vines
off
away.
of me, vines. Stop it.
And you have 3 AP. You're still
Okay,
technically
fine.
like you rip the vines free and stick your head up underneath. You still have to spend a get up action to stand up from this. But you've broken free. What would you like to do?
I'll probably do a get up action.
Okay. All right.
I'll do a stand up, and that's a athletics.
Coordination.
No, I'm not going to make you roll it
Coordination.
twice because you've already
Oh,
broken
okay.
free from the chokehold. One is fine. So because you don't have
Do you have a
coordination,
point?
it'll take 2 AP for you to stand up, and you still have 1 AP left to attack or do something else with.
Okay, so I will probably attack
Okay.
after I stand up because I'm very mad.
Okay.
I'm so mad.
Just
Can you hear it?
autumn leaves caught in your hair.
Oh wait, so technically I'm not flanking with Reed anymore, or am I? Ah!
I'm gonna say no, so
Blah!
it's gonna be standard.
I know that makes sense. That makes sense.
Can't even see him anymore. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's. I'm
Okay.
just gonna
That's a shame. That's a shame.
because it's a good roll.
Do you want to re-roll it?
Nah, I don't
Okay.
want to give you more of your own rolls. Aw.
So the monster will go next. That's standing next to Lady B. I'm just gonna take 2.
You can come at me again.
I think I'm going to. I'm just gonna take aim twice and attack you. It's gonna be it's gonna be good. Do you have anything special that lets you parry with extra AP like Choppa does? All right. So
No.
the damage will go through. You'll take 17 points of damage. That's not right. Why is a 10 showing up on a freaking fury die? 10 points of damage. You'll take 10 points. Of damage.
Thank you. I am serious. I am dotted up through seriously wounded.
Okay. Roll 2d6s.
Okay.
All right, you're good. No injury. Orange will turn around to Ridley, and will sort of do the same thing. I'm just gonna take 2 aims and a swing. That'll be a success. Do you have any AP left, Ridley, to parry or anything?
Negative.
Okay, so you'll go ahead and take 9 points of damage, and then it'll come around to the Shade's turn. Actually, roll for injury if you need to. The Shade. This isn't looking great. I will say that you all have done some good damage to them. It's spread out amongst 3. Like all of them have moved multiple steps down, but because this fight's been so spread out and the damage has been kind of spread between all 3, like they're all still kind of standing at this point. So.
Okay, so I'm up. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
you gotta
no.
take the headset off first.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. Is that?
You're like first season Daredevil.
I think that's on. That's on straight. Okay.
Okay.
So
You've never
I
looked
will
better.
again. The Shade will once again attempt a takedown on this mossy beast.
Okay, go for it.
Coordination. So that's over here. One eye is very difficult doing this with.
Good.
And yes, I just barely succeed.
But it passes its resistance, and so it's still standing up.
Damn it.
Sorry, man.
Damn it.
Let's just slow things down.
I'm
sometimes.
supposed to be a hero. This isn't working anyway. I hoped it would. So then I will once again attack with my beautiful shining sword.
Okay.
The stuff got on my nose. Okay. Damn it again.
Okay.
But still, solid number. Solid number. So the
you-
Shade,
Okay. Do you want to spend a fortune
to
point
re-roll
to
that?
re-roll that?
I don't really
You're
want
over
to.
50%.
I know people don't want to, but like, there's 3 of these things. There's a couple people on the ground. It's getting a little
Damn
dicey.
it.
at
I
this
guess so. Damn it.
Okay.
So we'll have to start again and give it a little click. Damn it. So Shade retires back into the
Okay.
gloom of night.
Reed, roll an athletics test as you're being choked underneath this film of moss. I've been asking that question about you for a while now, Chrissy. Why did you marry him?
Succeed.
Reed, you break free. You can spend an AP or 2, depending on if you have rank of coordination to get up.
I don't have rank in that, so I'll spend 2 AP.
2 AP to stand up. Got an AP left. Got this thing standing in front of you. However, so is Lady B, so you can go ahead and take your flanking, and you can...
You'll use this opportunity to
Yeah.
attack it.
Okay. Aw. Chrissy
Actually, do I look like a superhero?
gave you guys an extra fortune. Yes, Justin, you look great.
Okay, all right.
You look great.
Succeeds.
Awesome. Okay.
17 damage.
17 damage will slay this thing.
Nice.
So finally, why don't you? Can you just? So what happens as you attack this thing? It's this big mossy creature.
Yes, struggling from the ground. I'm ripping away its vines and finally get up. Then I strike with my base lard. Just wherever seems like a good spot to hit.
Okay. You just kind of rip it right up its chest, and it just all of the vines begin to kind of curl backwards, like they're going through an intense time lapse period of rot, like something out of the Discovery Channel. So one is down.
Golf with the rocks inside its body. Just 4, just knock it out.
It just begins to crumble back down and just kind of spread back out on the ground. Ridley, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna take aim. I'm gonna hit it.
I like the confidence. I'm gonna hit it. There you go.
Just like community
Gonna
service,
hit it.
I've done my yard work.
Wishful thinking.
Okay.
You likely saved my life. Like, let's be real. I'm pretty sure you saved my
I think
life.
that's pretty fair.
11 damage.
11 damage is good. Do you want to explode anything? I will tell you that it's good enough to break 1, but it's not good enough to break
Would
2.
that kill it? Where was it at?
1 will not kill it. You need to break 2 levels for it to kill it.
2 would kill it. Okay, then I'll spend 1.
Oh, look at Chrissy giving us fortune.
Mother, thank you.
4.
Alright, 15. Because it's
Doesn't-
Melissa's
she's-
birthday, I will give it to you.
I think she's doing it.
It's
to
actually
say
right
sorry.
on, but I'm being nice.
I think my wife's doing that to say sorry for the fact that I exist. So
Okay. So second one falls.
He didn't get his nap today, so he's a little cranky.
straight from practice to here, guys. I didn't have a chance.
Matina, 2 of these things have begun to drift back down into the ground. The third one is still standing next to this guy with a sock on his head. What do you want to do?
I'm going to show him how it's done.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna take aim twice and throw a throwing knife at that one.
You don't want to throw the big old rock?
Oh yeah.
We'll say it gives you 2d6 worth of fury die.
Okay, so it'll go down to easy if I'm taking aim twice,
Yeah, that's fine.
and then just roll a coordination. You said
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, just roll like a range attack. Simple ranged, we'll say.
simple ranged. That's better.
Okay. Roll 2d6s.
2d6s.
Then add your combat. It's an explosion, too.
It's an exploder, so I get another one. That's a 4, so that is
13 total?
Yeah.
Do you want to burn a fortune point to kill it?
I'll do one of mine, yeah,
Okay.
because I have one left from Ashley still.
All right. So I'll say with that burnt fortune point, that'll be enough to take this thing down.
And that, Mr. Shade Sir, is how it's done.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Good job, fellow citizen.
I can kill this character anytime I want.
Somebody remembering all of the things that the Shade is doing so we can tell Charles when he comes back.
So you all look around at this point, and you can see, as you're watching, the 3 large moss monsters you just killed have all begun to descend back down and kind of created once more a relatively flat floor. The layer of moss is still there, and as you're standing, you can start seeing things sort of moving about in it, almost like watching like a fin or a fish kind of swim around beneath the surface of the water, as if there's like ripple effects that are kind of happening in it. You would probably get the sense that there might either be more down there, or these things are regenerating, or some effect. You probably get the sense that danger is just sort of temporarily relieved as opposed to like kind of permanently relieved. So
I would like to light a torch.
okay. So you light a torch, no problem. You get even more light in here. What do you want to do with that torch?
Can I approach like the wall that like closed up on us and like
Of course.
with the torch?
Yeah.
To see if that does anything.
Okay. So if you're just holding the torch, no, I mean, everything seems normal.
Can I light it on fire?
Yeah, so you reach the torch out, you start lighting the actual wall on fire, and as you do, this horrible smell just begins to permeate in the room, and everyone just kind of starts coughing and coughing as you watch this this entire wall itself begins to burn away. It certainly seems to have an effect, and you can start seeing some of the flames, the cinders begin to fall down from that, and like light parts and patches of the floor and the walls on fire as well, and all sorts of smoke just begins to rapidly come up and enter into your nostrils. I need everyone to go ahead and roll a challenging toughness test as the coughing fits have begun to overtake you all. So, challenging toughness.
You're welcome.
I hate
Jeffrey-
this place.
Yep.
Jeffrey, this moss, is it covered with
Oh.
small nuggets of almost crystallized buds?
No.
And, okay.
No.
I got that crit success.
Oh no!
I failed.
So
Don't kill me.
Ridley, you can go ahead and move a step back up on the peril track if you need to. As
Excellent.
this
Thank
doesn't,
you.
like, you cough once or twice, but it goes away, and you seem to be able to breathe this thing in and out without much difficulty. Big Choppa, you seem okay. Same with Reed. Lady Bramble and the Shade.
And me.
And you, I didn't see yours. Oh, was yours the first? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh oh.
Okay. So you all
I'm in a bad way.
are going to
Die.
You all become kind of
Hi.
a little high and delirious. So you all, the three of you, become intoxicated. Now
This is good shit.
I'm a buccaneer.
take
I was intoxicated when I walked into this place.
take +1 corruption. Take 21 points of peril,
Holy crappies.
and
Are you kidding me?
I'm not making this up. This is actually intoxication from the book. So you become intoxicated for. This is gonna last for 4 hours.
Or but when you die, whichever happens first. For
One of
Wait
those
for being
two.
incapacitated.
As you just feel really good for a moment and then really bad for a moment. Yeah, but you'd also get +3 to your damage threshold, so there's that. So
Wait, how much damage did I just take?
you didn't take damage. That was peril.
None? Okay.
Yeah, so
So I get a
no.
mod of a +3.
Worst case scenario right now is
For
that
now.
you basically just fainted, or you're so like sickened from the smell that you really just can't do anything. But you're not dead.
Everybody hold hands.
That
Follow
happened.
behind me. My mom friend skills are gonna have to suffice for now.
Choppa realizes he was holding onto a branch and then embarrassingly grabs a hand instead.
Okay.
I got water and snacks in my pack. Let me know when you're hungry.
I give up. I'm laying on the ground and covering myself with leaves. I'm
You're like
I
the
give up.
toddler that we're like just dragging along behind us.
The Shade will use this smoke to conceal himself in order to remove
Raid.
his outfit
Really?
and once again become Charles. What's up, guys?
Wait, the
What's
smoke
happening?
is
What?
used to conceal yourself?
It's like Darkwing Duck now.
Yeah. Hey, guys,
Uh-oh.
what happened? What's going on here?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need meta moment. I can see through smoke. And so I saw what just happened.
Oh my gosh!
And
you
now
know.
I carry your secret.
You
I
know.
carry your secret.
That's true.
You shouldn't have told him that he's gonna let you die. You're the only one that knows. You are
I'm so
now.
close to death. Don't kill me.
Oh no!
No,
I
it's
hope
bendable.
that these branches don't fall on your head. Anyways,
Anyway,
Guys,
thanks for the
what
raid,
happened?
Guild of the Phoenix. Thank you.
what happened here? What's going on? Why is everything on fire? I just got here. I had to step out for a second. What's going on?
Uh-huh. 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 Yeah, I bet you did.
I had a
There's no way
I
out.
had a message.
I
had
had
to
a
deal with.
constitution, thing I had to deal with back there. Just-
Yeah, so I was curious what's happening over here.
After
Anyways,
those
I guess I'll
moss
join
monsters-
you.
After those moss monsters, I had to take my morning constitution. Yeesh.
So you also. Oh my god. Oh, I just got that. So you good fiber in your diet. You notice, Ridley, that the after setting fire to the fire hasn't gone out. Like you can see it just sort of spreading along the walls at this point, and the smoke is just continuing to fill the room, and there's no ventilation in here. So
But it opened, so I'm going
no,
to
it's definitely
quickly
opened. Yeah.
lead them out.
Okay, now remember that there were a couple shards of witchstone in here that you saw. One of them was grabbed by Lady Bramble on her way out. Was anybody else trying to grab one before you leave? Or are you just making a run for it now?
I'll try and grab one.
Okay. Roll a coordination test. See if you can grab it like before the smoke kind of overtakes you.
I mean, I just got here, so I don't even know what you guys are trying to grab for. So
Oh.
Oh,
What does a
Ridley.
crit fail do to me?
I'll say you got it, but you're going to also suffer from that intoxication. So you can go ahead and take a point of corruption. You can also go ahead and take...
I can't be the mom friend anymore.
Sorry.
You're taking that from me?
You can take 24 points of peril as well,
In exchange, here's what you have.
as you
24
are
points of peril.
completely
1,
intoxicated.
2.
Like,
Plus
Three.
3 to
To be
damage
totally honest,
threshold. Yeah.
to be totally honest, I don't remember grabbing one of these things.
I don't... I
like,
can't... I
It's
think
in my
it was
notes.
Ridley.
You did.
I
was not
did?
me.
Was it Ridley?
Oh,
I
No,
think...
it was
I
not
was
me.
wrong.
I thought
wrong,
it was
apparently.
Lady B. I thought it was Lady B.
I don't remember. It's been years.
I
know
wrote
somebody
down
did.
in my notes, Lady B, Witchstone, screw
Okay.
her over later, question mark, underline.
So
So I
We've
think-
already done that part.
actually, it wasn't Witchstone. It was Witchstone.
That's
And-
stone.
and-
Which one?
Yeah. No, she picked up a regular one, and you just got confused, and you couldn't remember.
Which stone?
You're-
Oh, God.
What?
I feel like
It
everyone does like the Abbott and Costello thing with Witchstone.
The reason why those dice were exploding when it came to my damage was because of the witchstone. Like, it was causing the damage to explode.
Okay, so the room's filling up with smoke. Ridley just snatched one, but in the process, she's not looking great either. I believe Big Choppa and Reed are the only, or they're the two of them are okay. I think everyone else is really starting to feel it at this point. Is that right?
Yeah, somebody who is feeling okay would possibly maybe want to grab some witchstone, but not
Lead the
Choppa's
way.
big in charge. I'm gonna get that Witchstone.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
There's one more shard that you can grab. So go ahead and roll a coordination test to see if you can snatch it before as everyone's
Okay.
leaving.
Do we need a roll, Jeff?
4? Oh, not yet. Don't worry.
I super should not have been put in charge.
We'll say you get it, but like, you know, you're not gonna go all the way to intoxication again because you didn't crit fail. So we'll just say you took like maybe, we'll call it. Oh, I rolled a 1. Never mind. You're fine. So you get it. You cough a little bit, but you start moving, and it's okay. As you try, I'm presuming at this point you're gonna try to leave. Yeah. So you head back, and you notice as you're kind of working your way back through the actual cave a bit, and you reach this same room where you had climbed down this large tree that was erupting out of the cave, and you can see that the hole, if you recall, like there was like a good about a 10-foot wide hole that was around the trunk of the tree, is now kind of once again covered up in that same kind of moss film, as if it's kind of trapping whatever's down here once more. And you can notice that as you step into this room, the actual roots of the tree have begun to like rip free from the ground itself and are starting to move and slash around a bit. What are you doing? Especially the two of you that actually can pass skill checks, which is Reed and Big Choppa.
Does somebody
can.
want my torch?
Oh, and Martina, sorry.
Big Choppa's gonna take that torch and kind of just jab it at these root things. I don't know what I'm looking at. It looks animal and vegetable, and both can burn.
Okay.
So I am just gonna jam some fire into it.
So you just start lighting this thing, this whole room, the roots, the tree, everything. You just anything that's green is just on fire at this point. So hopefully no one's wearing green.
Anything green is going to Brown Town as soon as I char it with this torch.
So everything's just catching on fire at this point. Everyone needs to start climbing. I'm not going to be incredibly rude and make all the people how many? I think there's 2 people that are incapacitated. Is that right? I think Bramble is incapacitated.
Wait, is incapacitated? Do I have to have the circle filled in?
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
one
then you're
away.
good. Then you're fine. Then you're not going to fail
I'm one
automatically
away
fail
from it.
tests. Yeah, that's fine. Was anybody incapacitated? Okay, then
I
fuck it.
ignore 2.
Then fuck it. You all can roll climb checks. So
Stunk in close though.
so you start climbing up this tree, and as you do, these fiery, they're now covered in fire roots are flapping around. So everyone go ahead and start climbing up the tree at this point. And as these things are
Athletics or coordination?
it's athletics to climb, I think. Okay.
And is it a standard roll?
Yeah, standard's fine. Everyone's gonna get up. This is just to see if you take anything on the way up.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. So as everyone begins to climb, and you can see that the fire has reached that mossy film and has burned it away. You can see some cinders falling down, getting caught in people's hairs. Quickly swipe it away. It's not too bad, but those roots just sort of seem to follow you up into the cellar that is the first room you get into, and they're like just following you. Like they have their own sort of sentience, and they're swiping at you all. And a few of you manage to get singed on the way up. So that's going to be Chapa and Matina and
Ridley.
and Charles and Ridley. So as you're climbing up, you all just go ahead, and it might not even be that bad. Just take 4 points worth of damage as the burn. So if it doesn't break your threshold, you're fine. You can continue to climb up to the next layer, and you can start to see that the first floor, the main floor of this house that you had climbed in, is beginning to kind of dip back in. Like it's kind of falling down as you're climbing up. Chunks of stone and like little old boxes that just happen to be there. Furniture is starting to fall on your heads as you're kind of ducking and weaving and getting all the way up there. But you do manage to climb on out and out of the house itself. And as you're climbing out of the house, going through that main door, you start to feel like a rumble in the ground, like this like earthquake is beginning to shake the ground a bit. It's early morning. If you forget, it doesn't seem like it's like we were in there for a really long time, but it ultimately, you were probably only down there for about an hour, and so it's probably mid-morning, 9 o'clock, something like that. And as you're moving down the hill, you can see as you turn back that this tree has just begun to, as if it's beginning to like sink down into the ground, and slowly one floor by floor, it just keeps shifting and shifting. And then once the entire bushy top of the tree falls underneath the rooftop of the house itself, the roof begins to collapse inward, and then the walls of the house begin to collapse, and then the foundation of the house begins to collapse inside the hill, and then the hill almost seems to sort of deflate like a 1980s pimple commercial, and just becomes
And then the sky,
flat.
and then the
Yes,
sun,
and then you all. And one by one, it's just this giant sinkhole forms where once there was a hill. But you all managed to get out, and a couple burns, exhausted. It's a good way to start a morning. But you make it back to your wagons, somewhat worse for wear.
Oh,
Somewhat, huh?
Somewhat.
just a
You're
scourge.
fine.
Yeah.
Listen, somebody in the party can heal. Oh, wait, that's right. You don't have anyone who can heal.
Nope.
It's a shame. Okay.
It is.
So you're out. You've got a couple of these shards of witchstone. You've got. Anyone here have alchemy?
Why would we have alchemy or
Like
healing?
the skill. I was just curious. That's a shame. Okay.
I'm just saying, we're not a group that has
That's
some
fine.
of those kind of.
I mean, it is a flip to fail. Somebody could try.
You could if you want. Yeah, go ahead and roll
me.
a routine alchemy test if you want there, Ridley.
Big Choppa's only got a 33 intelligence. He's big chopping, not big thinking. You know, it's
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh no. I'll
Flip
try
to
it.
fail.
Okay.
Bummer.
Let's see
Well,
how
yeah.
I do.
We'll say one more person can try it. Yeah. I'm not gonna chain reaction it.
Shit.
Okay. You're
I
under.
figured I had a fortune point and
Yeah.
I could reroll, but not.
You're under the impression that if you eat witchstone, that it's probably good for you. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, we'll say that. Like, you probably want to grind this into powder, sprinkle it over your morning breakfast, and eat it. And this is genuinely what Matina thinks probably at this point, is that consuming it is good. It's good for you. Okay.
Do you have a cheese grater? Just a little bit on everything in the morning.
Okay.
Well, shit.
So I think it was Lady B's got one, Big Choppa's got one, and Ridley.
Ridley.
Okay. All right, just writing that down for no particular reason whatsoever. Everything will be fine. All right.
Everything's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
No.
What do you all want to do?
Just
You are halfway.
Help.
You're halfway between Northpunk, the town, and Northpunk, the city, and like a small crossroads town called Icevig. I'll move you over to like the kind of territory map or region map if you want to see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So
Did we already like put our wagon back together after the spill that it took yesterday?
yeah, so
We did, yes.
Okay.
you all started in Northpunk, where I'm actually pinging. There's a crossroads town, Icevig, and we'll say you're where I just put Big Choppa, and you know that you have deliveries to make both at Fort Walla and Hallback in no particular order, but both of them need to be made in order to kind of recoup the money that you're supposed to get for these products. You know that if you were to leave relatively soon, you'd be able to make Icevig before sundown easily enough, no problem.
I ain't no Hallback girl, so I think we should go to the other one, Fort Walla.
Walla.
Yep.
Fort Walla is a little closer, it looks like, so that would be my.
Okay. All right.
That was good.
Either way, we're
Ashley.
going to Icevig in the middle.
Yeah, I mean that's where the roads are. So the road kind of goes through. Like there is a somewhat paved road that you're kind of following here and there that connects these three big outposts and like this small town that's really just kind of a transient town where people come and go is kind of laid in between them. But yeah, you manage to get your things together and take a break, and you hop onto your wagons again, and you start to drive once more. Reed, can you roll 2d6 for me, please?
5 and a 3.
Okay. Yeah, relatively uneventful. You pass by a couple other folks along the way. You see there at one point you have to kind of veer off the road a bit as there is a kind of a merchant train that's coming, and you can see that their wagons are kind of like wobbling a bit. You can see that they're kind of tipping left and right as if whoever's driving is doing a pretty poor job. When you pass by, you can see there's like a 4-year-old kid sitting and driving like this fairly large, I want to say like a double-decker type wagon. There's like one big wagon and there's like one that's tied in the back attached to it. And when you see it, it's like I'm sorry to say this, it's like like two wagons were put ass to ass, and like only one of them has horses in the front, and this little 4-year-old kid is driving it. You see no signs of any other people or adults, but they don't seem like they know what they're doing, and so you kind of steer out of the way to let this wagon pass, and he just kind of stares you down as you guys are driving past.
Can we hail him and ask him if he needs any help?
And he looks at you and he says, no, I think I got it. I'm getting the hang of it real good here.
Where'd you get those? They're mighty nice ass-to-ass wagons.
I knew that was...
If only it was pulled by donkeys, then it'd be ass to ass to ass.
Jesus. I knew this was a mistake.
That's
I knew it was a mistake to say that.
that's the full cubic ass
Oh,
wagon
Ass to
setup.
ass to ass. Yeah.
Ass cubed.
Ass cube.
I'm gonna explode. Just move on.
What? What?
Me too, Justin, but for other reasons.
Oh God, what's happening?
Ooh.
The tumescence in this is a little too much.
Listen, do we have an NC-17 rating on Twitch? Can we do that? All right, so
Bad word.
That's not bad.
you see him try to slow the wagons down. He's trying to slow these horses, but the horses are not listening to him. So he's continued to just travel past. He's like, they were just laying at the road.
It was nice.
Can
to
someone
meet
stop
you.
him? I looked to someone in our group who isn't as injured as I am.
Big Choppa's gonna run after it and try to grab a horse by the bridle.
Okay.
And woe it.
Okay, you could do like a handle animal if you want.
I'll assist.
Okay.
I want to throw an extra. I'll
Okay.
I'll roll a d10.
All right, so Big Choppa, roll your check, and then Matina, roll a d10 to help him.
I'd like to imagine Matina assists by just throwing her like rock boomerang
Okay,
at the horse.
very nice. Oh, what?
Just knocks the child out. Just,
That'll get him. Falls on the ground.
he's safe now.
So,
He's off the ass to ass.
so Big Jabba goes running up. Matina is hustling after, and the two of you manage, like one on the other side. There's two lead horses. Both of you grab one, kind of calm it down, and
Oh, thanks. We failed.
and that
Thanks for that patina of Matina, because that helped. We got those horses under control.
and he looks down. He's like, why'd you go and do that? It took me all morning just to get him to go. And he looks really upset and angry. Yeah.
Like,
At this
how
point.
old is he?
He looks, I mean, he's got to be like 4, 5. He's like kindergarten age.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, he's a little kid.
Big Choppa doesn't know child ages. He just
Sure,
picks
sure.
the child up and shows it to everyone else.
He's like, behold,
What do
I
we
caught
think
a
of this
child.
one?
I present unto you.
Adopted.
Just put him in the Bjorn really quick.
Pretty much, yeah. He's just like he's like holding it at arm's length, like
Yeah. It is like his little legs are flailing. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, guy? What's going on here? What are you doing?
yeah.
Yeah.
So please,
I wanna-
someone else.
Look in the wagons and see what's in the wagons.
Okay. So yeah, you start going through the wagons, and there's a variety of stuff in here. But this looks like one of them is a peddler's wagon, so it's got all sorts of crazy. It's like a pawn shop, effectively. So it's just like constant trades of things, and so you hear clinks of goblets and glasses, but also kind of like books and things and such like that. The other one just seems to have foodstuffs in it. Like you start going through it, and it looks like big old sacks of grain.
Little kid just like, my mom told me not to talk to strangers.
He's actually kind of getting sort of lippy. He's like, "You sons of bitches, let me down. This is ridiculous."
I mean, he's got a mouth on him, but he's not wrong. My mother was not kind. She was not a good woman. She's not a good woman.
So where, child, did you come upon these wagons?
I was just laying there down on the road. Said, "Leave me alone. Finders
Finders
keepers.
God, fuck
Finders
that.
keepers. You know."
We're still drift compatible.
I know. I'm telling you, man. We should get ourselves one of them machines. It'd be great.
Was there a body near the wagons?
Yeah, mine. That's why I got the damn thing, and then a bunch of horses too.
So is there another body other than yours
No,
with the wagons?
no. Would that have mattered?
No. Yes.
Oh.
Where are your parents?
My parents? I don't know. The sons of bitches, I don't care. I'm an orphan.
This kid's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, guys,
He's
can we
ours
keep
now.
him? Can we
Yeah.
keep him?
What's your name?
God damn it, I knew this was a mistake.
Your new name is Charles Jr. and sometimes Shade Jr.
I was looking for
Just-
a ward. I mean, a person to hang out with.
My name's Lowell.
Oh,
Lowell.
Well, Lowell, you're about to get real high, and then I met this.
Whoa!
Hey, buddy, it's you. I say, as I just
Starts
sing.
playing the bongos on your head.
It's pretty empty in there. It makes a good noise.
And he's like listening more carefully now. Like, is it? I think you're right. I think it's hollow.
It is.
Meet dad, mom.
did you come from Icevig?
Sorta, yeah.
Where are you going?
Wherever the road takes me. I'm an adventurer now.
Well, it took you right here, little buddy, and you're in the right place.
You found family.
Is this Fievel? Did we find Fievel?
Road takes me. Oh my god.
It's the best.
Oh.
Listen. I didn't take your wagon, so stop taking mine. Can I go, please? I got, I got things to do. I got stuff to sell.
What you gotta do? What are you selling?
I gotta
I
sell.
start
What are you
like
buying?
looking through the
Hey!
the
What are you?
wagon.
What are you? Some kind of thief here? What's
Big
going on?
Chowda still holding him?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
he
he's
sucks
still.
up.
still
I'm
up
looking
there.
through the wagon. I want to see what kind of contraband this ass-to-ass wagon holds.
And as you say that, I go zoom boom, and I start
Airplane.
Oh god, I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna
I've
get
never
sick.
known such joy.
I've never known a male role model to do anything positive with me in my life. This is wonderful.
So when you look inside, it's like I was saying to I think it was Martina that started to look through it as well.
There's food and there's like a peddler's wagon and stuff.
The front wagon seems to be, it's like a peddler's wagon, and you had heard that there were overdue peddlers that like people were waiting on, and like when you were going around, some of you, I can't remember who specifically, but some of you heard some rumors that like they were expecting deliveries of certain goods and they just were overdue, like surprisingly overdue. And then the other one is just filled with grain. So one of them is really just like a moving pawn shop.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna somebody cover the kids' ears for a second. What do you say we ditch the wagon that has the dumb bullshit in it, and we take the good wagon that looks like it's from the peddlers? We tell the kid that we're taking him back home, but we keep the wagon as our finder's fee, and maybe we find out what happened to the peddlers too.
So we're gonna have 3 wagons.
Sure.
I'm down.
Okay.
So I would say Martina, being from the city, knows that like the food needs to get to the city.
Sort of.
So like had we been staying there, we would
This
have
is
needed
our
that
food
food
now.
too.
Mm-hmm. There's quite a bit in there. There's like, it's not like it would if you all kept this, it would sustain you for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Excellent.
I got Big Chopper's got a big appetite. I'm just saying, it might be like a week and a half tops.
So what do you
What
want?
does everybody want to do
What do
with
you want
these?
to do with them? What is the plan for Lowell?
I think we're adopting him, right?
Okay.
I feel like we should take him back to where he came from.
Okay. Okay.
It's what like if my backstory is me being a buccaneer and like I'd be like, this kid needs to get right. He's too little to be doing this, and he's gonna kill himself driving off the road.
All right.
Especially if he comes to one of those freaking bridges that like topples him over. Like, come on.
Come on.
You're all sons of bitches. I was gonna make so much fucking bank taking this shit up north. You're killing me.
I really like this kid. I really like this kid.
Just because you like it doesn't mean you can keep it, okay? You
Oh,
have to take it
can
out
I?
for walks every day.
Hey kid, are you potty trained?
Yeah. And then he pisses on the back of your neck. See?
Oh Jesus Christ! No, I don't like this kid anymore. We're taking him
You
home.
fucking
This
deserve
kid is
that,
going
yeah.
back home.
All right. So what do you want to do with him? You want to take him with you? Was that, or are you letting him go?
Take him with us back to where he
Okay.
came from, I think.
Okay. So he was coming from the south up north. So you were crossing paths.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, so
So
You're
we're
coming
taking him
south.
back to where he came
Yeah.
from.
Right.
Icevik.
Icevig. So who's gonna go ahead and drive this ass to ass wagon?
I can take control.
Okay, Reed, roll a drive test to try to turn this giant behemoth around. This semi truck. Turn your hat backwards.
The
You
school
can do
bus.
this.
3-point
My
turn.
non-specialty.
Yeah, you got this. See whether everything just.
It's gonna
falls
be like
over.
the
Oh.
Austin Powers one in the
Fantastic.
hallway.
I was completely ready to knock all of it over and just ruin your days.
You did it.
But you hop into the driver's seat and you turn that thing around, and all you hear the whole time is the kid's like, "Oh, come on! What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Come on!" And finally, you turn it around, and you have a total now of 4 wagons, all filled with stuff. And do you continue southward?
Yep,
Okay.
we do.
So, I mean, that wasn't that big of a delay, maybe half an hour or so, but you get back on the road and begin trekking back down to Icevig. It's probably mid-afternoon, so maybe 2-3 hours or so before sundown. It's fairly bright and not really overcast, like occasional clouds here and there. When you finally reach the outskirts of the village, and you can see on the distance like plumes of smoke coming up from chimneys and such to suggest that there's some activity. When you kind of break the the village grounds itself into the center. You pass. I mean, first you pass by some farms and such like that on the right and left, and some homes, and you can see people standing out in the middle of fields that are just sort of standing there, like looking around. They don't seem to be working the fields; they're just peculiarly standing, and they're ways off, quarter of a mile away, but you can see it. But eventually, you make it to the town itself. There's a couple things you notice immediately when you get there. First is that there is there's like this small, we'll call it like a crafters area as you pass in on the northwest side, where you can see that there is a group of, like, there's a blacksmith, there's like a leather worker, there's a carpentry, all kind of in the same area. And of those three, only one of them seems to be occupied, and it's the carpentry area. And you can see like there's like this young girl who is seemingly overwhelmed and trying to operate these like fanciful saws, and she's doing it all by herself, and she's trying to do certain things. There's a line of people that are kind of waiting there impatiently. You can see that there is a whole section of right near the kind of the town center. There's almost like the foundation of a building has been laid, but there's no building, and there's like 4 or 5 people that are just kind of staring at it and kind of looking at its spot. There is a 2-story building, the only 2-story building in town itself. As you kind of pull in, that's next to a stabled area. It has like a swinging little inn-like sign that's got like a pear over top of some kind of blossoming flower. And there's a few people that are lingering outside. And you can see that there's this large rock, like this big old boulder that sits just on the opposite side, like on the sort of southeast side of that building. And you can see that there's a woman, this old lady, just sitting atop of it, like looking southeastwardly over across this long expanse called the Graywinter Heath, hence the name. What are you all doing when you arrive?
Try to find a kind of biggest building that would either be tavern or kind of town leadership kind of thing.
Yeah, you noticed like it's the 2-story building with that peach on flower thing looks like, universal sign for like a tavern or a pub or something. What were you gonna say, Ashley? Sorry.
Do we know where we would immediately have to go to turn in the oil?
There's nothing that you're delivering here. You're delivering to the bigger towns. Like, this is just sort of a stop point.
Yeah.
But you would have been, some of you probably would have been here at some point. You do know that there's kind of like a constable that works here. The name being, hold on, look it up. It's a woman by the name of Greta Wagner. And as you pass by, you kind of look at the buildings. You realize that the building where she lives is also kind of like her office, and there's like a little jail annex. That's the exact building where you see the foundation, but no buildings, and people are just kind of staring at it, like stroking beards and such. It just seems like it's just wholesale gone. Like, there's some kind of generic section of stone and stuff ready. You can see that there was like a cellar maybe dug as well, but the building's just clear gone.
So Martina will just walk over to somebody.
Okay.
When did this happen?
And yeah, if you're just picking one of the people that are standing out
Yeah,
front of
just
it,
random.
the ones
Yeah.
that are just looking at it, they're like, when did what happen?
You're looking at where the constable used to be, and the building's not there anymore.
Is that what this was? Okay. We were trying to figure out all day. Like, none of us can put it together. I mean, I could have sworn there was a building here.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's not.
And you look over, and he points over, and there's like a little annex, and you can see that the annex is there.
Because there's a man in there behind some bars.
In the jail.
Right. But yeah, he's got a beautiful singing voice, but I don't know.
You just, a general sense of confusion. Like, and the other two are just kind of looking and like
furrowed brows. Like, oh, just really odd. Honestly, this is very strange. This is almost as bad as when that last night when the wagon came in. And then he looks over and he sees these two wagons, these two ass-to-ass wagons. Like, oh, them, right there. That was those last night. They came in last night. They did. Mm-hmm.
Did they come in and I'll like point to Big Chowder to hold the child up?
Yeah,
and
that's
she's
what I
like,
was about to say. Is I start to like shake the kid into talking, basically like.
Hey! I found him on the road. You leave me alone. I didn't find him here. I found him on the road. And he's like, oh no, they came in. I don't know, like. What's the middle of the night called again? I'm sorry, I just feel a little out of sorts today. What's it called? The middle of the night. Middle. It's like in between. Midnight, that's right. They came in, I think it was around midnight, and just wandered right through.
With people or like?
No, that was the strangest thing about it. There wasn't anyone in there, but the horses just seemed to know where they wanted to go.
Question, was there like any people in like those like blue robes chilling here? They got some rad music.
Right. I think a fella on the stool, I think he said something about that. Someone with blue. Yeah. Yeah, go talk to him. And he points over towards the 2-story inn.
So Ridley will start to wander that way.
Sure. Yeah.
Martina's just going to turn to everybody and just say, they've all gone dumb.
Yeah, they seem dumber than me. Kid, where do you live?
I told you I was an orphan.
So, I mean, you don't stay in like an orphanage, like a place for orphans?
No, I got a shack. And he points like off to the south. Like, there's a little shack. Stay there, come into town, grab a bite to eat, and then I go back.
I'm gonna whisper to the group before everybody starts to disembark to do the things, like cover the kids' ears, like, are we sure Shack is better than staying with us? I mean, I don't know.
We're going to have to figure out what to do with him.
All right. Hey, kid, you back on the shoulder for now. And I throw him back on my shoulder.
Okay. All right.
We go talk to the man on
He
the stool.
did say he wanted adventure. And I'd say,
Guess this is just where the road took him.
yep.
Right into your
To
arms.
us.
Yeah. He may end up with misadventure, but it's close.
Onto the shoulders of Big Chowder. Okay, so Martina, you said you were going inside. Where's everybody else doing?
I'm going with her for sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a thought?
I need some help. I need like
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
if there's like a healer around here, a doctor of sorts.
The kind of guy you've been talking to. There's that woman who smells like leaves. And he kind of points.
Not feeling great about leaves right now, but okay.
Someone foggy. She smells like leaves.
Okay.
That's all I remember. But she's over there.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you are not helpful.
I saw her bandage up someone's
I walk
small-
away as he's talking.
Okay.
I just like he's talking, he pointed in a direction, I just start walking away. I'm like,
You can tell he is just not feeling it right now. He's very confused, but strangely enough, he seems the most coherent of the three that you were talking to. Okay. So
I've seen her on like the 9th day of like the 14th month.
what are you doing there, Reed? You're the only one I don't know is doing something.
Yeah, I'll just go along with these guys.
To the inn or to the woman who smells like leaves?
To the inn. I don't need healing.
Okay. So the four of you go into the inn, go inside. And you go inside and it smells absolutely delightful in here. Like you come inside and it's
Does it
just like
smell like chowder?
no, it smells like you're in
We're
like,
suspicious.
no, it smells like you're in a beautiful blossoming blooming garden. Like it's like potpourri everywhere, but like really wonderful scents that are just kind of assaulting your nostrils a bit. You see a handful of folks are in here sitting around at different tables, kind of drinking and talking to one another. You don't see anyone behind the bar. You see a stairwell or staircase kind of going up to a second floor. Looks like there's
like a check-in area, like this. Maybe they rent rooms. No one behind the desk. And yeah, but the place is warm, fire going, and it smells really nice in here.
Does it seem like the patrons are taking advantage of the fact that there seem to be no employees?
Like, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, if you stand still, you watch as one of them will just get up, wander around the bar, and just pour a mug of something from one of the casks behind the bar.
I'm gonna whisper to the kid, "Okay, kid, lesson number 1. Right now, that is free beer, and that is a beautiful thing." And I'm gonna take the kid over and get him a tiny fucking glass of beer.
Oh, he's like 4 or 5 years old. Okay, so there's a couple casts back here. You can see. Okay, so there's, like some of them have like sigils and symbols that you reference that you would probably know from like different bars in here and there, or different stills around the area. Looking through, if you're like kind of taste testing, see when that would be satisfying to him. There's like a pear cider.
Okay.
That I mean, it's got alcohol in, obviously, but it's not as tart and.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill the kid. I'm giving him a little taste of beer, basically.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. And so yeah, you just start pouring that out. And what are the rest of you doing?
Corruption for that later.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Big Shout is in for it. That's fine.
Can I do like an awareness or scrutinize test to see if there's any of like the musicians?
Yeah, like you don't gotta roll. Like you can look around and you can very clearly see there is no one here playing music, and there's no one here wearing a blue velvety robe.
There's no weird moss things.
Mm-mm. No, it looks really warm, really inviting, fairly tidy, and it smells just wonderful in here. Yeah, it's like a body wash store or something like that. It's just
I don't trust it.
I'm gonna venture in
Ridley
the
has trust
back.
issues.
into the back.
Anybody else wants to join?
Where does that mean? Where do you want to go?
Like kitchen area?
Oh yeah. So you go into the kitchen area, and you can see there's this dwarf guy who's just like making a sandwich. And he's like, "Hey, and want me to leave it out for you?" And there's like all sorts of different like dried meats and cheeses and such as he's putting it onto this this kind of stone plate.
I take it you are not the owner of this establishment.
I don't think so.
Who does own this place? What is it called?
I don't know.
Do you live here?
Like, in here?
In town?
I think so.
You don't know where you live?
I mean, I woke up here, so ergo facto.
Swell.
And then I whisper to the kid, "Lesson number 2. Never look a gift sandwich in the mouth, okay?" And I go over and I start to build him the biggest fucking sandwich on the planet.
His eyes are just getting big.
Yeah, another slice.
Another slice. One more slice. Another slice.
I'm
It's
definitely gonna stay with you guys for the rest of my life.
He's really coming around on Big Choppa now.
it's like Chili Willy the Penguin. Yes, more, please. Butter. Yes.
Can I get some more of this wonderful drink? More juice.
Please, sir.
Can I have
Let's
more
get
juice
some
in my
meat in
sippy
your,
cup?
let's get some meat in your stomach first, kid.
Okay. So yeah, you start
I
bringing
may
sandwich.
regret this, but I'm gonna look out back. There's an alley.
Yeah, there's an alley back there. Sure.
Are there any red caps in said alley?
I mean, you don't see any. Do you want to go out there and look? You do
I wanna
see that there is
Poke
like
my head outside.
You do see that there is a wall where there's 2 outhouses that are set up, and there's a stack of what looks like trash of some kind.
Do it.
Sure.
Okay. So you start walking out there by yourself, and as you take 2 steps, and you feel this like sudden, intense, cold breeze, just like waft from the east to west, like right over top of you, and you can kind of see little pieces of trash just begin to suddenly move and rustle. You can like your hair begins to flutter a little bit. You see something fall from the rooftop behind you, and it kind of startles you as you turn around, and you can see like there's a roofing tile that just fell, and and shattered next to you. When you look around, you realize that like you're kind of sort of in a southwesternly facing direction, and you don't see like anyone else whatsoever. You take a couple steps forward, and you can feel like the hair on the back of your neck kind of stand up at this point. You remember back to the man that you met in the Day Slayer, and you kind of hear a sudden whisper as like the story that he had told you and Ridley begins to kind of just like echo on the wind as it gusts past you. Roll a resolve test at standard.
Ashley, how's this music make you feel?
Did you not see my whole? Oh, Jeff did music like a little wobble.
Yeah, I like music. It's fun. Okay.
I'm gonna use.
Sorry, I didn't update them on this page because we were on the other page for so long. Something like this.
Do I want to reroll that?
Around there, give or
Yes,
take.
33 chance.
Go for it.
It's my last one, so
Try.
I'm not hurting anybody else to do it. So I'll try it again. Hope for better. And still failed.
Okay. So you take a step a little bit closer, and you can see the trash kind of shuffles a little bit more. And then you hear another crash as you look behind you, and yet another
Yeah, now I wanna look
roofing
up.
tile has fallen.
Can I look up on the roof?
You quickly look up, and you can see that there's like 6 dogs that are on the second story. These large dogs, like Labradors, are kind of stuck up on the roof, and they look to be terrified. And they've got their tails kind of wrapped back underneath their asses and like their stomachs, and you can see that they have like the flattened ears, and like they're trying to like sit still, but they every time they do and try to sit down, like they start to slide down these roofing tiles. And that's when you hear behind you a little shuffling.
I'm gonna yell real loud and see if my friends inside can hear me.
So you go to shout, and you realize that like your voice sounds something different, like, and you're kind of shouting out, and it's the voice of the man that you spoke to in the Day Slayer pub. Just it comes out from you, and like, and so you say a few other words, and it's the same sort of help, hello, Ridley, Chopper, and it's just still the same voice.
Can I go back inside?
You take a few steps back towards the door, and then that's when you realize, like, you don't see the door anymore. It's, like, gone. It's just, like, this whole wall that you just stepped out of. It's just this, like, one singular row of, like, panels of wood.
I want to try to do the thing where you 3D where you, like, walk around.
Okay.
So look back at it.
Okay. What do you mean walk around so you can look back at it? I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
So if there's like a wall and I'm trying to go this way, then I want to walk around the wall to see if I can see the other side.
Oh no, it's like the wall of the inn. So if you go around the corner of the inn, you turn around the corner of the inn, and when you look forward, you stop because you see 2 outhouses right in front of you by a wall and a stack of trash, and you can see at the base of the actual inn itself, shattered on the ground, are a handful of roofing tiles.
I'm going to turn back around where I thought the outhouses were behind me.
And they're there.
Groundhog Day.
I'm going to try shouting names again of people that I know.
And you still, or your voice still comes out as that poor man that you and Ridley got killed.
So panicked, I'm going to try running to the other side of the other corner of the building.
And you see the exact same thing happens.
Damn it.
And so you can also, by the way, since you failed that at this point, you're suffering from fear, and you can take 12 points of mental peril and the corruption that is associated with it. And so this whole time, you're just kind of constantly going back and around this inn. Meanwhile,
Can't.
no, go ahead. Go ahead. If there's something else you wanted to go ahead.
I just wanted to see if I can climb up to where the dogs are.
Roll an athletics test.
Okay. I failed.
Okay. We'll say you can make it up, but as you do, we'll say you're going to take some peril on your way up.
Oh crap!
So go take 15 points of physical peril as it's just exhausting climbing up.
I am incapacitated.
All right. And so by the time you get up to the roof, you are as exhausted as you can be. And you come up and you can feel like the dogs are like lapping you on the face. One of them, you can feel a very soft bite around your wrist as they're kind of pulling you up onto the rooftop itself.
And that's where I go incapacitated.
Yeah.
Super.
You're not unconscious. And so you're stuck on this rooftop that's missing like about 20 different of these clay roofing tiles.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've heard of Labradors, but not Labra shingles. This isn't entirely.
And when you look down and around, you can see that on all four sides of the inn itself, there are sets of 2 outhouses, a wall, and a stack of trash. And as your eyes begin to track out even further to other portions beyond, you realize that this is the only building that you can see at all in the village. Everything else is gone. It's just flat, brown, dirt land. And there's nobody there but you and these dogs. Meanwhile, Lady Bramble and Charles, you head over to the woman who smells like leaves. When you get there, you notice that swaying above the door, there is a little sign that looks like it has like an herb and then like a little potion bottle thing, like kind of crossed in a way. And it's just swaying in this really cold breeze. There's some old man that's sitting on a rocking chair out front, and he's just kind of rocking back and forth. And he kind of looks up at you, gives you like a little curt nod, just then goes back to staring like directly southward, back and forth.
Hey,
I just like, go in.
Go in. Yeah, there's a door right there.
Okay. Yeah.
That's me. You can talk to him if you want to.
Hey,
Shade, I mean Charles.
Oh, she called.
yeah, my name's Charles.
Uh-huh,
I don't know
yeah.
what you're thinking. Anyways. Hey, what's up here, buddy?
Just watching.
What are you watching? Seems like a pretty nice day.
Storm's coming.
Like a physical storm? Is that what you're kind of talking about?
Storm's coming.
Okay, well, but
It's a very
Well.
weird question. Do you mean a physical storm? No, an
You're-
emotional
It's the storm of the mind. It's on the
It's a
horizon.
mental storm.
It's
Well,
the
the storm-
Reaper Madness from earlier.
It's reefer madness. Yeah, exactly. It's just
It was-
you look back and there's just a giant cloud of smoke that's been following you this whole time.
An anthropomorphic marijuana plant is just
Oh God! You're still intoxicated.
Still seeing all these things.
so
It's a brainstorm.
if a storm's a coming, shouldn't you probably maybe get inside?
Got an overhang.
You look up and he has an overhang. He's on like a little porch.
Yeah, who doesn't like being outside with a good rainstorm?
Well,
So Lady
you have a good
Bramble,
afternoon.
Lady Bramble
I'm gonna
goes
go
inside, and as you try to go inside, he reaches out with like reflexes of a cat and grabs you by the wrist.
And he says, "Look over there."
He kind of points like sort of southeasternly.
See them trees?
And you see that there's all these trees way to the south.
They weren't there yesterday.
He just kind of keeps like rocking back and forth.
You have a good day.
And he just like pats you on the hand and lets you go.
I'm just gonna go inside.
Sure. You go inside, and there is a woman who, when you step inside,
I'm actually hold on a second.
Yeah.
I actually can't hear any. There we go. I lost all audio. It's happened once before in this, but
Oh no.
So did you ask me? Because I was like, I'm just gonna go inside. I have myself muted too. As he was like, look over there. I was like, no, oldest trick in the book.
No, you
Not happening.
We had said you had gone inside. He like grabbed.
Oh,
you did that to
okay. I thought when I
Charles.
walked past him, he grabbed my wrist.
He grabbed
I
Charles's
thought-
wrist. You just went.
Okay,
through.
sorry. Good. Okay.
You go inside and you can see that this is very much an apothecary shop. You can see all sorts of jars of various things on the walls. You can see these huge, like kind of racks of herbs that are hanging from the ceiling itself. Yeah, this is like an apothecary shop. Simple enough. And you see this woman who's she's standing behind the counter. She's got her hands on her hips and she's looking at the shelves of all of these different ingredients. And she just, huh. And then she hears you come in and she turns around. And she says, "Hello."
Oh, I'm so screwed. I am in. I am hurt very badly. I would like to have something to apply to my wounds of the brain and of the body.
Okay.
Oh.
And she's like,
Oh.
she turns around and she's just like, you see her hand goes up and she grabs a
Oh,
bottle.
no.
And she puts it back and then she grabs a different bottle. She reaches down underneath the counter and she pulls out a bandage. Come here. And so she like calls you over and she'll attempt to roll a heal test. She can't do anything for your brain, your mental stuff. That stuff will go away when you sleep. But
Okay.
but the other stuff she can help you with, unless you wanted to buy smelling salts. If you wanted to buy smelling salts, then that'll help. And so she'll attempt a heal test on you, and she will need a. She'll need a 70. I roll an 82. I'll go
Okay.
ahead and burn one of the fortunes to try to heal you up more. There you go. And so you can go ahead and move up one step on the damage track.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. And when she's done, she's like, "Oh, all right, got it."
You did it.
Yep, I did.
Can I know that noise? Just I did it with the
I
dark
guess-
arts.
I guess I'll go next.
she was like super excited and he wanted to go get stuff. Okay. And so she reaches back in and gets another. And she comes back hand shaking and is trying to like kind of bandage up the bruises and cuts that you have. And she cannot do it. I'm burning Chrissy's fortune for you guys, so she'll re-roll. And she
Oh my
can't. And
gosh.
she just screws it up. And so eventually she just makes a
Should have
nice little
gone by the
bow
music.
of the bandage. She just, got it. It feels better, right? Feels better.
No, it doesn't.
You said you wanted a boutonniere, right? No, I said I'm a buccaneer. What the fuck?
So
Can
yeah.
I
Go ahead.
can I roll a perception to see if I see any like mundane healing items in this shop?
Sure. Roll an awareness test.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
I'll give it to you. 45 is
Okay.
pretty close.
So
Um,
close.
Instead of a D6, I'll make it a D4 then. But I still rolled a 4. You notice behind the counter, like right underneath the big tall stack of shelves, you can see that there's a couple vials that you would probably imagine are laudanum.
I ask and say, I let her know that I'd like to purchase those vials of laudanum.
She turns around. She's like, which one?
These ones, right? I actually go behind the counter and I'm like, these ones, and I just
oh.
point to them.
Okay. And she's thinking, a goat? And that's actually would be a really good price for 4 things of laudanum.
I know. I was gonna see if I would squeeze something else. out
Oh,
of it,
you're
like,
welcome to do so. Yeah.
Really, a gold?
Roll a bargain
I'll give
test.
her. I'll go. Okay.
You can roll a bargain
Okay.
test if you want. See if you can talk her down.
the
I love-
hit of the sound.
I love
Bwom. Okay, no. So
And she said, she seems pretty firm. No,
I'll give you a gold.
the gold. She'll take it. And you have money from from
I should have
Mia.
some money.
Well, Mia gave you all like a big bag of stuff, so
Oh, okay.
for supplies and things. And so yeah, so you have 4 draughts of laudanum. So when you take laudanum, you can only take 1 per day. If you try to take more per day, it starts to have an inverse effect. When you take 1, you can move 1 step up the damage track, but you also have to take a corruption.
I hand 2 of the vials to Charles.
And I'll take 1.
Okay, take 1 now. So take a point of corruption, and then go ahead and move yourself up 1 step on the track.
Got it.
Okay. Meanwhile, back in the inn, Ridley, Big Choppa, Reed, what are the 3 of you doing?
So I want to scout these rooms of the inn, see if we can get some lodging for the night.
Okay. So you go upstairs and you start looking around. There's 8 rooms up here of various sizes. Some of them have 2 beds. Some of them have like really big bed. Some of the beds definitely seem disheveled, and there's certainly some kind of luggage here. Others are completely empty, and the beds are made.
I'll just take up vacancy in the empty ones then.
Sure, no problem.
Can I look through some of the luggage?
Okay, yeah.
Is there anything of value?
Roll a d6. You should roll 3 d6s. Give you more than 1 chance. Okay. Nothing useful, but you do find some money. Yeah, you definitely find some money. We'll say you find 8 gold in total.
I will take it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. We got more bits. So now you got another fortune coming your way if you need it. Maybe the child noticed that Mentina went outside.
So that's actually what I wanted to do, was actually be like, I need an adult who's more responsible than me.
Okay.
And I was going to go try to find Mentina
Yeah.
because I fed the kid. The other 2 are searching stuff. I figure I need at least one other person to help me chaperone this kid because I am just going to get him killed.
Okay. You step outside in the back, or do you bring him with you?
Yeah, he's with me.
Okay.
But that's the I want to kind of like find another adult.
Sure. You step outside
shit.
and you look around.
And in doing so, you brought him outside into the.
It's what I would do.
You can
Nice.
see that there's a couple outhouses nearby, stack of trash. You don't see her though.
Do I see any aerial dogs?
No, you don't see any flying dogs.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna head back inside and find the other folks then, because
Okay.
I do want to, now that the kid is fed, not be the only person
Okay.
caretaking it.
So you track down Ridley and Reed, who are both upstairs. So what do the 3 of you want to do at this point?
Ridley will probably ask like, so where's she at?
I went outside, didn't see her. Maybe we go to the apothecary and at least get some of us back together here, and then try to find her.
She's probably still. Did you check the outhouse? She's probably.
Oh
She
And
takes her some
Ridley's just-
time.
Yeah.
no, I
Ridley's
was.
It'd
Yeah.
probably be more polite if I went, and then Ridley
Okay.
will go outside.
Yeah, I'm not privy to that kind of contact.
I like it. I like that one. That's good. Privy is one of my favorite words.
Me too.
Oh God. Okay. So Ridley, you go outside. You go up to the outhouses. There's 2 of them. Do you knock or call out? Do you open the door?
I'll call out.
Okay. And when you call out, you don't hear anything.
So now I'm just gonna open both doors.
Okay. So as you open one of them, you can see like the first one that you, like if you're opening, it's hard to really open them at the same time, but you open one of them, and you can see sitting on a toilet is this large, big-headed red cap with this crooked grin and these.
I'm gonna shut the door.
Okay.
Nope. And then can I open the other door?
Yeah, you open the other door and it's empty.
Red cap in a toilet, more like a red crap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's never good. You don't want that to happen. Oh,
Can
man.
I like open the door real quick and shut it again? Like
Yeah.
like just like a quick like.
You open it back up, and And you can see that they're still there, and they're kind of like tilting their head at you. And their eyes are kind of like rolling in these weird directions.
Do I know if they talk? Is that like a thing?
I would actually like you to roll a resolve test first.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have you roll it actually a challenging. It's gonna be.
I don't
This
get
is literally
benefits
this
because
is
I've
a
seen
terror.
one before.
This is actually. I think it's actually gonna make it worse.
Worse,
Terror.
yeah.
This is actually gonna be a terror test.
So not resolve.
No, it's resolve, but I'm meaning like
okay.
it's for terror as opposed to for fear.
Fear.
You
2.
Nice.
crushed it. And
Crushed it.
You stare this thing down. Roll a folklore test to see if you know anything about them communicating.
Folklore.
And while you do that, I'm going to look up whether or not they can communicate.
31. I passed, Jeff.
Did you just call me Jeffrey?
No, I said Jeff.
Okay.
But I said it with an
That's
accent.
my name for him. You watch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm moving in on Melissa. Okay?
Yeah.
That's
go
the
ahead.
joke.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm looking here.
Jeff's gonna kill me.
That's the
No,
not paying
that's
attention
fine.
and reading.
I
the book right
really,
now.
I don't know what's going
They,
on. My
the
headphones
red
not working?
caps, red caps communicate by stabbing people with knives.
No.
You know that they're intelligent. I mean, like, they're kind of intelligent creatures. Like the little, you would know that they are creatures of the Fae. They're very capricious in nature. They
I don't want to talk to the Fae.
Very mischievous. No reason to think that they can't talk. But this thing's just kind of staring at you. Like, I wanna, like, it's got a disgusting and ugly face, crooked mouth, big, weird, rolling eyes. But it's looking at you like, excuse you? Kind of look on its face. Because it's sitting on a toilet right now.
Yeah.
It opened the door to the shitter.
Sorry, sir. Shut the door.
Okay. All right. What else? What do you want to do, Ridley?
I'm just gonna like, cause the trash heap is like in between.
Yeah, it's like right to the side.
Okay, I'm just gonna like glance in it to make sure she's not dead in the trash heap.
Look inside. Nah, she's not dead. She's not in it either.
I'll turn around and like just like look around in the general vicinity.
You notice there's some tiles missing from the rooftop, and you can see that there's a bunch of cracked tiles on the ground. You can see other people lingering by. Maybe you see Lady Bramble and Charles walking towards the inn at this point.
Can I investigate those broken roof tiles?
Yeah, you go over. It looks like they just fell.
Okay.
Nothing suspicious here at all.
If I like walk back, can I like see the roof?
Yeah, you can see the roof. It's only a 2-story. You look up, and like there's patches where it's missing. Like,
Okay.
It's definitely missing some stuff. Like someone
She's
really
not
should.
up there.
No, you don't see anyone up there. Why would you think she'd be up there?
Broken roof tiles.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Okay.
She's drunk. Who
Yeah,
knows?
that's true. Melissa does have a problem.
Yeah,
She drinks so many Long Island iced teas. It's ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. Can I like track?
Track?
Is there like, can I like do like a survival roll?
You're looking for tracks for her. You mean it's a relatively dusty, dry ground. You don't really see too much, but I'll say if you want to roll an awareness test.
Okay.
For going by Florida hours, it's not her birthday anymore. We were talking about that last night. Since she was born in Florida.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. No.
Yeah.
Doesn't work like that.
No.
Doesn't mean that
Your
her birthday
birthday
starts
has the
earlier.
week. Your birthday has a week before it, and then the week
Oh.
after it. It's
wow.
very important to understand. There's a buffer
Totally-
around your birthday.
Wow.
Yep.
Well,
There's
thanks.
enormous parentheses in which
You're in the middle
rounds.
of it right
We're in
now,
the middle
Melissa.
of
You're
it.
in the
Oh, dear
middle
You're
of
in the
it.
hump.
I'm
Yes.
taking some notes.
In the eye of the
Yes.
storm.
The eye of the storm.
Yes.
Ridley, you don't see anything that would lead you to believe. But at this point, Lady Bramble, Charles, you probably reached the back door of the inn, and you can see Ridley kind of moving about, looking for things.
I'll like wave them over.
Okay. So Charles, Lady Bramble, you are back of the inn.
I feel better.
I'd like to try and
Um,
find a place to rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go inside. Like Ridley, you can probably tell
What's
them,
up?
yeah, there's a bunch of rooms inside that are completely empty.
There's like a red cap in this toilet.
Oh. What are we gonna do with it? I mean, it's private time just like the rest of us, right?
Like, Matina went out here,
Uh-huh.
and now there's a red cap in the toilet.
Is there a chance
And
that...
she's not here.
Oh.
And unless she's, you know?
She's the red cap.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect time for that. God. Oh man.
Okay.
Do you want to look and see if it's just me? Like,
There's a solid chance that if I look and see something that freaks me out, I will pass out. There's a very solid chance that if anything about this is even remotely freaky, I'm taking a dirt nap for a little bit.
Okay.
Or a garbage nap, depending on where I fall.
So is that a yes? You're looking, or
No, I'm not looking.
okay? Are you
Someone else
looking,
needs to
Charles?
look. Not I.
Well, would this go towards my what is it called?
you're
Indifference?
brave, sir. Please. No, indifference is to like blood and gore.
I was wondering if that was possibly it.
Well, depends on
Negative.
what you see when you go inside. You could have had a
Oh.
rough night. Could have had some Chipotle or something.
Oh no.
Could have eaten some sugar-free gummy bears.
Quesarito.
What are we thinking?
I'm not much further away from
Look.
the capacity myself.
Okay.
Look. Don't be scared.
I'm almost on the ground as well
Okay.
I could carry you.
because I fell down.
I
the
crushed
stairs.
it. You could also crush it.
That's true.
Yeah, I've been rolling garbage on it. I fell down the stairs and got real scared of the skin of my knee. That's definitely what happened. I wasn't fighting mossy monsters in a cave, so.
But
So was it nap.
you definitely don't act like somebody who's very brave, so I guess I can believe it.
Yeah, so I gotta go sleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna nap this off.
So Charles goes inside. Lady Bramble, do you go with him? Okay. So Ridley, you're out here by yourself again. And it's been like
Yep.
10 minutes,
Yeah.
and the damn red cap has not come out of this outhouse.
I'm gonna knock on the outhouse and
He's
just
really
be like,
he's really
"Matilda,
tearing one out.
You listen. You don't hear anything.
Matina.
You just hear little.
Sorry.
He's just like
Sorry.
Sorry.
Courtesy. Then you hear a flush. Courtesy flush. Wait a
I
second.
really hate the gambits in this door. I can kind of see you out there still. It's gonna be a while.
I'm a nervous pooper.
oh god, this hurts.
You don't hear anything at all.
Okay, I'm gonna look in again.
You open up and you see that there's something on the ground. You don't see any sign of what you saw last time, but on the ground there's a
It's not poop, is it?
small hat. This conical hat. It's red, just laying there on the ground.
A Dunes hat? Dunce?
Looks like a Shriner hat.
Okay.
Saw this
Fezzes.
before.
Fezzes are great. I
I
love
should-
Mezzes,
Probably
that's why I
don't
couldn't
know it.
remember the name. Thank you.
I want to observe it first.
Okay.
Can I do my own ambiance? Like you have ambiance in the background here, so you just keep doing what you guys are doing. I'll do what I gotta do. Okay?
You look at it for a surprisingly long time, but it remains a hat and doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Oh, this one's a tough one. I can't.
I'll put it on.
Okay, so you pick it up, and out underneath it, this giant like cockroach thing just darts away and just disappears into the trash heap, and you put the
Okay.
fez thing on top of your head, and you now have the fez hat, so you can put that in your inventory.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
That's what I need it.
All right. Meanwhile, on the rooftop, Matina, you're looking around. You see literally no other buildings anywhere in any direction whatsoever. You see
Any people?
You don't see any people whatsoever. You look to the southeast. You see trees to the southeast. You see like kind of a pondish area not too far away. You see nothing else. You look to the east, and outside of like the actual town itself, you do see a bridge but you don't see any buildings interspersed between there and here.
So just me and the dogs.
There's like 6 dogs up here, and all of them feel really sad. They're all very sad. They're all like from a Sarah McLachlan commercial. Every one of
Oh
them.
no.
It's really sad. You start to hear the arms of an angel begin to echo on the wind, but I can't play it here because we'll get a copyright strike. So
Sure. Is there a way that I can get... I'm trying not to just jump off the roof. Is there like a way that I can like swing inside the building?
there's a chimney.
Is it a 1-story building or a 2-story building?
It's a 2-story
You said it was 2-story building.
2-story
Is there like a balcony or window or something that I can try to swing down into?
No balconies. There are windows, but I mean any kind of swinging thing will probably be an athletics test.
Yeah, on my 33 brawn. I mean, I can't stay up here forever. I guess I'm gonna give it a whirl. Actually, I'm incapacitated, so I'm gonna fail at everything.
So
anyway.
that's why I said I was going to take a test to swing down.
Oh, well.
Wait, does the chimney require a test?
No, I guess you can Spider-Man that one.
Chimney it is.
Okay. Do you do anything with these dogs?
I mean, I don't want to like toss them off the roof, and I don't know that they can manage themselves if I throw them down the chimney.
Okay.
So I think they're going to stay up here for now.
Okay.
And my plan will be when I go inside to try to find something to help them with.
All right. So you begin climbing
I've
down.
pet them and touched them, and nothing bad happened, right?
No, they're all very sad, and they're all like nuzzling up against you. And then you start climbing down the chimney, and you can hear them whine as you leave.
I have food to feed them
And
in my
then
bag.
and then their babies come out and
Yeah,
they start
and then they have
crying too.
puppies, and the puppies themselves begin.
And it
Yeah,
turns out they're
that's
trying to
it.
put those puppies through college.
They are.
And then so
That's all they
leaving
were trying to
them.
do up here is put them through college.
Can I leave them with little bits of food?
Sure,
before I
you
go
can leave them with
inside?
little bits of food. They don't eat it. Doesn't look like they were hungry. They're just scared. And then you started climbing down a chimney. As you get like about halfway down the chimney, you kind of slip, you fall, and you land. And suddenly you realize you landed in fire. You look around the room, and you're in the main hall of this inn once more. You see all sorts of people. You probably see Big Choppa and the kid nearby. You see Lady Bramble and Charles maybe lingering as well. The only persons you don't see are Reed or Ridley. Everyone kind of looks over at you. They give you like the briefest of like confused looks, but then they kind of shrug and look back the way they came. You're going to catch on fire. Unfortunately, you can't roll the coordination test, but we'll say you'll take... go ahead and take 13 points of fire damage,
Oh my
and then
gosh.
you'll pat yourself off as you climb out of the chimney.
Roll for injury.
Once more, no injury for fire.
Okay.
But you are once again in the inn with these people that you know.
I want to try talking and see if it's my voice again.
It does in fact sound like you. Why would it not sound like you?
I wonder.
Yeah.
So
So,
I'm gonna-
what do you test talking? Do you say anything? Is this my voice? Do you do
Yes,
anything like
this is exactly like hello, hello,
Okay.
hello.
All right. So Big Choppa, you just watched Matino, like Santa Claus, just emerge into the fire at the bottom of a chimney.
Matina, it's not that time of year. Matina materialized in the fire, everybody, and she was on fire briefly, and she just asked if she was in fact using her own voice. And the kid looks down at me like confused, like, this is what you people do?
I was gonna make so much fucking bank in North Punkton. Now I'm around you people, freaking drug addicts.
So
Can I get another beer?
Yeah,
Shut
sure.
up, little one. Shut up.
Did you just
I
fucking tell
was-
me to shut up? What?
I did. You should do it. I was outside, and no one was outside. Like, there were no buildings. There was nothing else. There was me on a roof with like 6 scared dogs. And then I went down a chimney, and then everybody's back.
That sounds like my 45th birthday. It's really, really strange. Anybody else see anything strange? I say to the group now that we're all together.
Yeah, we'll say. I mean, Reed and Ridley can probably. Actually, Reed could probably be there. Ridley, would you have
Okay.
ever come back inside? Because I know you were still looking. I don't think you'd be aware of Martinez out here.
Actually, I think I'm sitting like on the stoop,
Okay.
just chilling.
All right, just like waiting in the back, waiting to see if she comes back. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, when no one else confirms that they had anything similar happen, I want to poke my head outside. Like I want to see, because I want to see if I can find the dogs. Like, because my goal was to go help the dogs.
Okay. And the door hits Ridley in the back and kills her. It's a shame. But you step out, you run into everyone's together. Yeah, everyone's happy. It's great. It's
And
wonderful.
I look up and I look for dogs.
You look up. Roll a coordination. Oh wait, you're gonna fail
I
that.
can't.
Never mind. You look
I
up,
already looked.
and you can see that there's tiles that have kind of fallen down and such.
Dogs. Are there dogs?
You look up for dogs, and you don't see dogs. No. Since you're looking for dogs, no dogs.
I really want to go back up the chimney. But I'm not going to because I'm already seriously wounded.
Put out the fire first, at least.
But it still have to be a coordination test, and I'm totally going to fail. So I will tell everyone, sadly, that there were 6 scared dogs up on the roof. And I was on the roof, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I think it's about time we go to bed. I think sleep would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard all dogs go to heaven, but I mean, the roof is only like a stage closer. It seems like inefficient or something. Are you serious? Dogs on a roof?
Yes, that's why there were tiles on the ground, is because the dogs were on the roof, and as they were moving, they were knocking the tiles off.
I was like the least damaged probably in the party. I'm willing to, while they start to go to sleep, take the kid with me to go look at the dogs. Do you want to see some dogs, kid? Do you want to go see some dogs?
You're gonna climb up the
Why not
chimney
fucking
with the
see some
tiles.
dogs? That's fine. Let's see some. There's all sorts of dogs in this place. There's just tons of them. Like freaking strays everywhere. Like rats around here. It's been terrible lately. Just running and running. I don't like 'em.
Mm,
Lots of dogs. Are people like taking the dogs and putting them on roofs to pen them up? Is that what's happening here?
Nah, I don't think so. It's just they used to be people's dogs, and then like I don't know where all these people are going, and then now the dogs don't got anywhere. They're just kind of strays now, like me, like orphans.
Do they fight you for the shed? Do these dogs fight you for the shed?
No, they they don't stay anywhere near the shit. They come to town. I don't like staying in town. Fucking weird people here. He's got a terrible potty mouth. This guy.
I like it. I
do
like
too.
it.
I do too.
So with the new dog information, where does that leave everybody feeling? Like that there potentially are actually dogs on this roof? Are we still going to bed?
You look up, by the way. You climb up, and there are
I-
no dogs up there. You don't. See
I
any
can't.
dogs. Yeah.
Like, I
Okay.
can't. I will pass out and be useless.
All right. So I go up with the kid then, I guess, is what's happening.
Sure. You go up there. You don't see any dogs. And he's like, "Oh, what the fuck? We're climbing up on this rooftop. I mean, you're not going to get weird on me or anything up here." And you guys look around, and it's just a town. Big Choppa, roll an awareness test. Just stand
Okay.
up. It's fine.
All right. Let me make sure it's on standard. It is.
what is it like to be able to do skill checks?
I'll let you know when I find it on my sheet perception. There we are.
Perception.
Big
Okay.
Choppa's
Wow.
When that
big,
pops in.
Big Choppa's big smart,
Big Choppa. You're looking around. Everything kind of looks normal. You see people milling about. I mean, like as normal as it can be. There's some weird shit going on here, obviously, but like for the most part, like people moving around. It's fine. That's when it dawns on you. This is gonna be a funny delayed pun. It dawns on you. The sun hasn't moved in like a really long time. Like it's right there. You see it. You got here. It's kind of above the horizon to the west. You can see it above the mountains. There's mountains off to the west. And it's been there for at least 6-7 hours. At least. You remember where it was around when you met the kid? No,
Yeah.
it's like the exact same spot still.
Huh.
And then you hear something crash. And you hear a tile just kind of like crack and slide down and fall off. And then you hear another crash. And they keep crashing. And you realize like there's this sort of a hailstorm that has just started to erupt. Except when you look around, like they're big. They're like these big, chunky, like about the size of a grapefruit. It's just falling down.
I say, "Oh, what the hell?" And then I go back downstairs if that's where we're at.
No,
narratively.
absolutely. You can start
Yeah,
moving down, and as you're kind of climbing down, you're looking back up, and you notice when you look up, there's this kind of jagged black hole in the sky.
Oh, this place is super fucked up, kid. We need to find everybody else. The sun has not moved. Have you noticed the sun not move, kid, the whole time you've been here?
No, I didn't. I don't look for that shit. I told you, I just want to fucking go to North Punk. I was gonna make bank. They got, and now you got me here, and now there's this hell, and there's just what? Ow! Right in the head.
He was 2 weeks away from retirement.
I
He
was
was trying to
trying
put
to
his
put my
kids through college through.
He didn't even get his watch.
So as the two of you are climbing, he's like on your back, but like as you're kind of climbing down, and you hop down, and you can feel your feet kind of crunch onto this hail, and you kind of pick a piece up and you look at it. It's the size, it's like this big old chunky size, and it's like the strangest thing. It's not ice, it's not cold, it's not wet, it's almost glassy, and when you look at it, it's like a piece of the sky, and you start picking up all these other chunks, kind of piece them together like 3D puzzle, and you look back up and you can see that jagged black hole in the sky. Cracks begin to radiate out from the edges, and then more hail seems to fall as like the sky is literally shattering and falling down on the town of Icevig. And that's
I say,
well, I was going to end it there, but go right ahead.
yeah. I say, kid, lesson number 4. If the sky is falling and you think that the sun might be like painted on it or some shit, you find your fucking friends, okay? And you try to get the fuck out of town.
And that's when you realize it's not a kid. It's a dog. No, just kidding. It's a kid. I'm just kidding.
Oh no! It's Joseph.
This whole time it's been Scooby. All right, we'll go ahead and end it there. That sounds pretty good.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, so
Oh, he's gone.
yeah, because we're closing it down, buddy.
Here, I'll help.
Two blades.
Are we in a Christopher Nolan film?
I was going more like a David Lynch film. That's kind of what I
Okay.
was going with here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. That's good stuff.
All right, so everybody.
How much corruption for fear?
So fear is 6. I think it's 3, 6, 9s. So
369. Damn you, fine.
okay, let me do my roll for corruption. Roll a 10. So unless you have a lot of corruption, you should be good for order rank. Takes 200 XP or 200 reward points. Go ahead and do a level up for next week if you want. Otherwise, you can
Sweet.
spend it on focuses or whatever you want to do. But that's that. So let's close it down. So if there's anyone still in the channel, thanks for hanging out and watching. If you're checking this out on VOD later, thanks for thinking of us and watching it there. We've got a couple things coming up on a couple of different channels tomorrow night. I think Defenders, is that the D&D game, Friendon? Is that what's going on tomorrow night in Defenders? Okay, so you got
Hollow Throne?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hollow
I think
Throne.
Hollow Throne. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Joe's campaign.
Yeah,
Yep.
Joe's D&D campaign, so you can catch them at 9 p.m. Central. Saturday morning, you can catch a couple of us, Melissa, Jen, me, and Friendon over on the twitch.tv/Free League Publishing as we are playing. We're playing Forbidden Lands. Later that afternoon on twitch.tv/The Lollygaggers, Ashley, Melissa, and myself will be playing a game called Cobwebs. Sunday night, you'll catch Friendon, myself, a couple others as we play Shadowrun on Notorious DMG TV. And then on Monday, back over on the Free League Publishing channel, you can catch Melissa, myself, and a few others playing Vesson. So a couple things over the next couple of days for you to watch. And so that's about it then. So we'll get out of here. Thanks for the raids. If you're still hanging around, thanks for the bits, those of you who donate some such. And come back next week. And I will probably make there be sad kittens this time. I don't know. We'll see. So good
Thanks,
night.
everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Yeah.
Later.
Keep waving. I forget which one I'm
Oh
supposed to be.
God. Blah.
Wah.